Oh, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. This is your hardest working streamer on the internet, the Pie Guy, Popeye. Let's go. Let's do this. Let me scoot my chair and let's go. Whew. Let's go, man. Get my shoulders ready. Do some neck exercises. Oh my goodness. Let's uh uh. Ch, 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 ch. Let's go. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness, let's go. Let's go. Yes, Doug says the 7. We're gonna put a little bet on 7. Let me see. So here's what I'm going to do. So um, I'm going to move this screen down ever so slightly. Okay.
Thank you. Yes, welcome back to.
CH, if you're out there, you're gonna and Doug, you can let me know if you can see this when I put this up here. So let me switch. I'm gonna switch to this really quick here. Let me deposit some money. $100 bullet Reno up in this piece. Is that the correct CSV? That is the question. CSV, I mean the CVV, whatever the hell they call it. Okay. Okay, our bullet's in there. You know what? Oh, there's another Australia track running here. Well, let me close some windows here that I do not need. We don't need that. We do not need this one. All right. They have an extra. Let me download the programs really quick for Australia. We can go here. ABCD. Baklava. Oh man, we don't. I'm gonna have to bring that up on the. They don't have that track on. I'm watching the races on Twin Spires, just because it does it does it a lot easier to do a split screen on there. But we'll okay, do that. Okay. So let me see if I can bring up. We're gonna bring up a baklava. Do that there. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to make just a, so
Number 1, Coogee Dancer, trained by Gary Searle, and takes the benefit of the claim here for Scarlet So.
Okay, you can see this wagering screen pretty good up here in the top right, correct? Just let me know. Want to make sure I'm not going crazy here. And
We've seen the market with Bet 365 and 2 down the line.
I'm just gonna look pretty quick at this baklava and see if I can find anything worthwhile here. Self-track is not very fast. Alright, to 3, what are you doing? Not much. 5 scratch, what are you doing? 4, coming off a layoff. Ran 4th on a pretty slow race at this track. 6 is a favorite. Six gets back to the inside. He ran a good race from the far outside last race. Comes off a 6-day rest. Doug, you were saying the 4 at Australia, right? Well, here at this baklava, I like the 4 here. We'll bet him. Nothing crazy. So let me see if I can bring up the other. Yep. You're gonna see that there. And we're gonna show up the betting. Just gonna bet a little $5 feeler on the 4 to win. Here.
So a couple to move up here. James has gone 4-6-2-1. He did think the favourite would be very hard to beat.
Let me refresh this.
6, 2 and 3.
Here we go.
Brett, here he is, Brett Davis, race 1 Balaclava.
The local primary school. They'll be able to enjoy the first 2.
Let me know if you can see this in the top the betting, the live bets. It should be plenty to be able to see, but I just want to make sure that it's readable.
Race 5's a ripper, 2-year-old, all first starters. Looking forward to seeing how that unfolds. Leon McDonald has the favourite, along with Andrew Lewis in the first. They brought a big team to
Woo!
And Distant Promise is the favourite in race 1, and they're often racing, and it stepped nicely. Distant Promise. River got away best and secures the lead within 100 metres. Strategic Affair now rolls into second. Distant Promise settles down comfortably third. On the outside of Coogee Dancer, and 2 lengths further back to Down the Lane. In the small field of 5, they make their way to the 1,000 in the first here at Balaclava this afternoon, and River shows the way. Dom Tenor's been able to secure the lead and secure it quite well. 3 quarters in front of Strategic Affair. Dylan Kibosh happy to just sit quietly at his quarters. 2 further back is Jason Holder on Distant Promise on the outside of Scarlet So. Coogee Dancer, and then 2.5 to Down the Lane, and Sophie Logan just watching it all unfold as they run to the 600 metres, where the pace has only been sedate, I think at best.
Well, Four's doing a good job of gaining without being asked. We really like that. He's 3 wide.
Starts to get a little bit more anxious, and moving up is the favourite now, Distant Promise. So he has to get busy now on River Tenor. There's some response as Distant Promise joins it at the 300. Down the Lane's come from last, and it's winding up well. And Down the Lane at the 200 goes to Distant Promise. They got a half, 3 quarters in front of River. Distant Promise in for the fight with Down the Lane. Down the Lane, Distant Promise. This is great stuff in the first. Out wide Down the Lane. The inside Distant Promise, and got it by a short half head, I'd say. Distant Promise over Down the Lane in a photo race 1. Spaced River in the end.
I mean,
Dancer ran 4.
it's a win. A win's a win. A win's a win, I'll tell you. There's been plenty of... That's the 4 who ended up winning. And he ended up a paltry 4-5. But, we'll tell, like I said, a win's a win. Nah, Doug, not over a 4-5. But he snuck it in there. He made our first bet a winning one. So, like I was gonna say, there's been plenty of nights where I go 0 for like 50 in bets. So going 1 for 1 is Not bad at all. All right. Let me see if I can go onto Twitter because I want to. I want to tell Pete that we're doing the tag him in this. We are streaming the horses now. Long shot, Pete. I'm gonna at you right there. Gonna at you. Okay, so we'll close that window. We are 1 for 1. We're gonna try to find something at Randwick. So we like Tuesday nights because they have Royal Randwick running, which is probably one of the top-rated tracks there. A, it's absolutely beautiful to look at. B, they have large competitive fields with the best riders. So, all right, let's get down to some capping. All right, soft track, going 5.5. It's on the Kenzo, which is like the inner track of Randwick. Like you bet Aqueduct, and they have like the inner dirt and outer. It's very similar, but it's kind of like they're like ugly like stepbrother of a track. Like it gets much less. It's much less heralded than the wide Randwick racetrack. All right. So that's the background of that. Let's go. 1, soft track forms, okay. 2nd, after coming off the, coming from behind. This has been on just a couple month layoff since racing in a grade 2. Well, he didn't look too bad. Came back with a little barrier trial. Deserved 8-5 favorite, I would say. Alright, we got the 2. Okay, first start, nothing crazy. 3 scratched, 4. Alright. So 4 is getting the old tout. This is where I like to see it go directly to the Australia market and see what he's actually being bet at. So the 4 is actually not being bet in the Australia market. He's about 10 to 1, so they're lying to us. Lion. It's a 5. Now the 5 is taking some money though here. First time starter. Has some trials. Karen McAvoy is really. He's like the Mike Smith of Australia. Top rider, just like his win percentage isn't super high because he races exclusively on like the top circuit. So, but he's always a threat with a decent runner, any kind of decent runner. Trials are okay. They don't really tell us anything too exciting. Post 1's really nice. Marungle. First race back off the layoff is really good. The field he's probably facing at Kemlo is probably much worse than he's going to face here. So we're probably going to have to throw him out. 7. Oh, the Waterhouse stable, always a threat. Always. Nice little trial. Didn't show anything before. Has to come back to. This stable loves to go to the front. If they, with anything they have that's good, they always go to the lead. I don't see this one winning though. He may stir up the early action though. Okay. The 8. He's coming out of the same race as the Is he coming out of the same race? So I guess he's not. He's coming out of a Kembla maiden also. They went really. I mean, I remember Andermatt was really good in that race. He should be better on the off track. Maybe underneath as a price. No, 9 hasn't shown enough. First time starter. Probably gonna have to sit out on the 9 and 10. Australia markets, there's a little action on the 10, not much at all on the nothing on the 9 whatsoever. Hugh Bowman's probably the top rider in Australia. He works this sort of. It's hard to go by anything in that 10, and if he was really touted, they'd be betting him hard. 11 comes off a layoff. His races were okay before that. Can't really back for a win. Maybe we like the in the 12, just maybe a touch slower than this bunch. Maybe we put the 8-11 behind in the exacta in some way, shape, or form. Namazu came back and won. Already Blessed has come back off short rest, and I think the 2's coming out of a big race. Let's make some bets here. We're going to leave out some of these first-time starters, so we're going to bet a triple here. We're just going to play 2 with the 1, 8, 11. What's the ones we got? Those are the outside chances. For $1. Close that. We're going to refresh our little betting screen. And our $5 bet netted us a $4.50 profit. We'll take it. I'll tell you, Pete, you're not lying, man. The female riders in Australia are 900 times more attractive than American female riders. I don't know why. Like, whenever I think of like a U.S. female jockey, you know who comes first to mind, right? Julie Crone, and that, I mean, we do have, she's not really U.S., but, Chantal Sutherland, so that's, but that's like it. I mean, that's that's it. Like Australia, like you see the you see like ones like the good ones like Rachel King and like all like most like it's a large majority, like maybe like the exception are the ones that are just like and even those are like better than the American rider average. Okay, let's turn up the volume here.
Vision as well, followed by Dance in the White Hat, Navay's white out, Head Legislators poking right up on the inside, then Yulong Code Street Dance, and now Tommy Gold has drifted back. It's in a 3-wide position, second and third last, and Armatree whips them in. Marungle takes the lead, and Fast Coney ridden up going to second. Head Legislator with a head carried high back on the inside as Strategist, and Blossom Stars deeper out. They're followed then by Yulong Code from Dance Navage. Tommy Gold is forced pretty wide now as they straighten up, and Marungle leads at the 350 by length on Fast Coney. Here comes Tommy Gold. Just
good grief.
On the outside, and now Boss said go at the furlong. Tommy raced 2 lengths clear from Blossom Star. Armatree making ground, and then Kane Navage. But Tommy Gold 2 lengths clear. A wall chasing. Tommy's home in the first. Tommy Gold from either Navage. Navage will just grab second, I'd say, an inch in front of Dan. Armatree close up in 4th. Length or so back to Yulong Code, then Blossom Star, Head Legislator, Marungle, then Street Dancer, Fast Coney dropped out, and Strategist.
Yeah, the one the one ended up running off there.
And a photo here, and a photo on the first on the Kenzo track today, and Tommy Gold, the Sacred Falls Colt. He wins his first race today. Glenn Boss, John O'Shea. He's always been a youngster who's shown that little bit, and that's been soft in the end. Nice win, good win. They'll be cheering across there at Waikato State in New Zealand as their colt by Sacred Falls comes away to score in pretty good fashion in the first race on the program. Goes down to score. Busy for the Miners. They're all on the inside there. Dancers there, Nevaehs and Armatree. Oh, I want to be with Yulong Code wherever he goes. He had no luck up the straight. Just nowhere to go, really. And then he's finished off in great style. Yulong Code, lovely debut. It wasn't his day, but it will be shortly. But Paul, Tommy Gold, he's a maiden no more. He breaks through in good style.
Great style, wasn't it, Richard? He's a really classy colt. When they'd sort of got to the turn there, the leaders had gone very quickly. They were all under pressure, and you knew the backmarkers were going to come.
Not bad. I think it ran 1-7-11 or 1-11-7. 11 got up there at a nice price. So clearly, like we just went against the one just for the one had to show us that that he had that in him. I wasn't going to back him on top at 8-5. 2 was just flat. That's not too surprising. But yeah, the 11. I mean, we weren't far off. The 11 getting up there with the price, which is exactly what I said. I said, hey, the 11. Even 11 look like they can get in the exotics at a price. Probably could have got something, a little flat bit on the 11, but he was paying $16 to place. He's paying $9.90 to show. That's really good. Anyway, Australia A about to go off. Well, about to start. Yeah, the one ran a great race there, and yeah, the 7. I mean, he was way too short. Like the Waterhouse stable always gets bet, and they always have their horses in really like prime shape. It's really hard to like in a field like in a big field. It's weird because in big fields, it's hard to get a price on them because the money's so spread out that usually there's always some money on them. But like you can find them in short fields at good prices. Like I'd rather take the Waterhouse and Bott stable in like a 7-horse field at like 4-1, where they can get to the lead and kind of conduct it, as opposed to a large field like that where there's more kind of like unknown money. So you go, oh, let's go bet Gay Waterhouse and see how she does. So you can usually target them better in the smaller fields. No, there's show wagering, Pete. There's in some places like in Hong Kong and like some of the UK places just second and third. So basically it's just like a show bet. But in Australia they have in the US pools for Australia they have second and third mutuals. All right, let's see here. Let me see if I can. Ballarat, they're on the heavy track. Heavy 8. What did it run? What did it run in the first? Oh yeah, they showed it. It was a 3-12-11. 3-12-11. Okay, all right. That makes sense there. 3-12-11. Cabin Ho. Let me just see the racing styles of those. That was a first-time starter. 3 was a closer. 12 looked like the man, looked like they came from off the pace. Post doesn't look like it mattered for him. Okay, let's see. So we want to off-pace runs, which is usually what the case is on heavy. It's just such a bog that everyone slows down a lot more, so it's hard for leaders to kind of get up on their feet and run away from the field because it's so it's just like mud. It's like a bog. The two looked terrible in his single heavy race. He's looked good in 2020 so far. Some respectable efforts. Always got to watch out for local trainers too, especially in spots like this. All right, 4 and 8 are scratched. So we go to 3. 3 hasn't came off a 5-month layoff. Interfered with at the start. 3 wide. Still ran third. Yendel comes back to ride him. He was $1.90 favorite in that race. It's pretty short. Comes back in 10 days. And they're still going to bend the 1 over him? I don't think so. 3 looks like a serious contender here. Heavy track shouldn't worry him too much based off his breeding. 4 scratch, okay, 5. Hasn't shown anything yet. Trainer bats a whopping 1%. I'll pass. 6. Oh, look at this. This is the daughter of 3-time Melbourne Cup winner Make V Diva. So basically, she should. This horse shouldn't even race until she's 4 and try to run like a 1.5 miles. Interesting. There's just nothing. I mean, right, 7 hasn't shown anything. Didn't look good on the heavy at 200 to 1. In debut race, the rider lost the iron. But didn't do anything in the second start, so pass. 8 scratched. 9. Okay, tail of the cat. This is definitely heavy track breeding, and the horse has 2 from 4. Oh, sneaky gets Prentice on. Sneaky place and show chance there. 6 can get 3rd here. I like the 3. 3 with the 1, 9 with the 1, 2, 6, 9. There's our triple. 1 seems decidedly overbet here. We'll just bet it. We're shut out of the backup exacta. We got to triple with the 3 up top. Here we go.
Reacting. Then came along the inside next Whitsunday, followed by Cabinho. 2 further back, Intellective, the outside of Mukadamik. The side of the leader, 1,000 out, 3/4 Wild Vitality, who won't settle. A couple of lengths, Sublime Diva, actually 3 lengths now off the lead. About a length away on the inside is Whitsunday. Then Cabinho. Intellective is sitting right on the hammer of the odds on Jolly, and last of all is Mukadamik after being slow away. At halfway at the 700, it's Versaida, the 150 to 1 shot leading Vitality, getting a bit closer. 3 lengths Sublime Diva. Now Cabinho just niggled now from Oliver. Intellective's not letting him get away too far. Then Whitsunday, 8 lengths Mukadamik dropping away. Up to the turn, 450 out. Versaida and Wild Vitality. Sublime Diva a length away. Now Yendel makes the move on Intellective and gets up around Cabinho, who was just tightened for room fractionally. Wild Vitality at the 250 leading by a length. Sublime Diva, who's still there. Cabinho, and on the outside.
Come on, 3-1-6. Wow. Everyone just doesn't want to pass anybody. Wow.
Vitality, who's still going for Samuel Payne, and Wild Vitality just last, I think.
Wow.
Sublime Diva, who made a lunge, and Cabinho, and then came Intellective, who misses.
I'll tell you, that was weird.
Then came towards the end Versaida and Mukadamik. It'll be a photo, but Wild Vitality, Sam Payne, 11:30 and 290 will just last here from Sublime Diva. 1 more bound makes it interesting, and Cabinho in 3rd. Damien Oliver for Mick Price and Michael Kent Jr. But Wild Vitality, trained by Rodney Foster, who just put pressure on the outsider approaching the turn. Samuel needing to get going because the two favourites were starting to make runs. And fourth up, Rock Hard Fit, after being placed at Echuca over the 1,400 metres, has been able to score.
Damn it.
And we'll have a look at the 1,200 metre maiden for the form line with Cabinho at Echuca. And we ignored the 1,400 metre race that was run on the same day. It is first number 2, Wild Vitality.
Did someone clip that? Did someone clip that?
11:30 on the tote.
Did someone clip that moment where I said, "Hey, man, these local trainers, they're dangerous in spots like this." There you go. 2 came right on up. 0 for 25. 1 for 26. Again, we're not far off. Like we are not like, I mean, we had the 2 and the 6 in the triple, so we certainly, and they were nice prices. So we're certainly on. They're 11-1 and 18-1, so we're certainly on the bus. We're in the zip code. We are in the zip code. We want to lock in and be closer and hit, but we're definitely seeing prices at that are sneaking in the money. So our long shot radar is on point. So let's keep it going here. Let's keep it going. Must be raining a lot in Australia. Track C is also heavy. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Okay. Going 1 mile and 1/8 on the heavy. 1 scratched. All right, 2 should be better here. I got the program stuff right, yeah. All right, and then there were less. There's more than 1. It says there's 3 viewing, so we are here to bet and find the good ones. So the 2 here, breeding should be okay for heavy track. Definitely should like the extra furlong. It's a negative, kind of negative. Larry Cassie's like one of those old, crafty jockeys. I'm not as fond of Justin Huxtable, but so it's a rider negative, but the 2 should be much better. Stretching a bit. All right. 3 is your favorite here. Draws the outside post. Has speed. Doesn't look like he's particularly good at rating very well. Should be okay on the heavy going. Looks much too short for betting. Look at the, okay, so here's what gets interesting. So Cassie was riding the 2 and the 4, and he opts to go with the 4. He looks okay. I mean, 4 looks okay. Man, 3 and 4 getting an outside post is really tough here. 5 looks a little too slow. 6 and 7 are scratched. 8. 8's okay. I like the 8's racing style for going this 1 mile and 1/8. He went 1 mile and 1/8 last time out. It ran 3rd against a full field, drops 3 pounds, gets a more inside post. Definite player here. The 9 doesn't look good enough. 10. No, too slow here for the 10. 11. No, that heavy race was just not good enough. 12. No, too slow. 13. Big price on the 13. Wow, he's spec'd a little bit, so second. So maybe we can keep like the 8. Maybe we just box the 4 and play 4-8 with the 4-8-13. That seems to make sense. You know, I like the 2, but did they shut me out here? Yeah, they did. Oh, terrible. All right, we'll see how this goes.
The last of all is Nico Smiles, a monster of power. Bellicose, Validar, and Epiphanos out 3 and 4 wide, striding forward. A length and a half to Baynard, Gray, Despalis, and Rosie Rose defence. Third last 3 wide, Nico Smiles. Second last commentator. Last of all is Like a Bill. So Bellicose led from Epiphanos, and third is Validar. Fourth, the outside, there is Monster of Power. A further breaker 3 or 4, further back to Baynard, Gray, and Nico Smile the outside. Despalis and Rosie Rose, second last commentator, and Like a Bill, the outside is last of all. So Bellicose showed the way from Epiphanos, and third is Validar. Fourth, the outside, there is Monster of Power. A length and a half to Baynard, Gray, Nico Smile, Rosie Rose, Despalis commentator, and Like a Bill, the outside is still last of all. So Bellicose showed by a long neck from Epiphanos, and third is Validar. Fourth, the outside, Monster of Power. 3 further back to Baynard, Gray, being passed by Nico Smile. A length and a half to Despalis and Rosie Rose. Second last, the outside is Like a Bill, and commentator swings and last. Bellicose led narrowly from Epiphanos the outside, length and a half away third. Validar fourth, the outside's Monster of Power. They're nicely clear for Nico Smile, and Like a Bill is making ground out very wide, but still 6 lengths off the leader. Zenzar turn for home. Bellicose narrowly. Epiphanos the outside. Validar third. Between them there is Monster of Power, and Like a Bill is plugging home down the outside. Just in front here.
Oh, wow, the 2's trying to just jam through there.
Validar, Power back nearer the inside, and Like a Bill is still running home down the outside. Like a Bill, Bellicose, Like a Bill is dashed up.
Jesus.
And Like a Bill is forging clear, about 2 lengths in front near the line, and Like a Bill defeats Bellicose, a Monster of Power. Fourth will go the way of Nico Smile. Rosie Rhodes good late to Sparless and Validar, followed by commentator Epiphanos, and poor old Baynard Gray couldn't handle the heavy 10. Wasn't Robinson Crusoe there, but dropped right out to finish at the tail. Come on.
A long way from home, Baynard Gray, but Like a Bill has finished best on the outside.
Holy moly.
Going into that, he certainly had the pedigree to plough through the ground, being by Fox Wedge out of a Zabillon mare, trained by Paddy Busserton. Paddy had Castletown carrying those colours many, many years ago in all those staying races, and those colours carried a victory in a lot of races in New Zealand and Singapore when Paddy was a leading trainer there, and he's been able to get this fellow to win at start number 13 today. So Bernie, 11, 4, 2 and 12, and the time details will be up in a few moments' time. 1:55.16 was the time. Gee, 14.77 the last 200. Very heavy ground, the heavy 10, and 40.2.
Oh, we were nowhere near the 11 there. That is okay though. All right, let's see what Balaklava
Your
has.
preview for this race, Shots was at that.
See if we can get at something here. Either way, we were shut out of that race, so that's good. Seems to be our style, right, Pete? 7 minutes of handicapping, get shut out. We looked good turning for home. 4, 8, and 12 looked like in perfect spot, but the 11 just kicked it like yeah. I mean, 11 won that race in spite of himself. He was like shying away from passing horses. He was so confused. He had no idea what the hell that was about, but just way too much in the lane. All right, Baklava. What do we got here? What are you gonna do at the mile 1? 0 for 17. Back-to-back second place finishes, both on soft track, so definitely looks to like the soft track more than the dry track. Alright, let's look at the 2. It's got 2 seconds out of 5 races at the distance. Both of those were on the good track. Came off a layoff in a sprint. Then they stretched him out to 7.5. Now they stretch him out a little more to the mile. I mean, which seems to be maybe the horse's optimum distance. I mean, seems like a pretty good step up to you know, looking for trying to lock in a win here. One and three. I mean, 1 and 3 are okay, but look a tad bit over bet in this bunch. Five scratched. 6. Ooh. No thanks. 7? No. 8. No, you know what? The 3. I mean the 2. Let me see what he's paying to place also. Yeah, I mean the 2. Just I like him. We're going 10 to win in place on the 2. It seems like they're really pointing him for the mile. Looks solid, going 6.5. Looks solid again. It looks solid going 6. Looks solid going 7.5. It looks like they're stepping up to try and win this race. So let's just be on board when they win this race. Let's make it happen.
The favourite. There's the light blinking. Racing now, and a good line. There was a little bit of lack of pace from Prince Zachary early, and Shots has gone back towards the tail with our journeyman. Alaez bounced into stride nicely and shares the lead with JPB, who will take him on for the rail in the top spot. They generate some speed. That should open up a clear gap for Holy Sangria to get into third, and that's the case. 2 further back to Sister D, and then 2 to our journeyman. Second last is Prince Zachary, and last of all is Shots. So the field makes their way to the 1,000-metre point, and JPB rolled on for Potter and has the lead clear cut. A length and a quarter. Holy Sangria punching at the breeze, and it's a strong breeze this afternoon here at Balaclava. Third position, Alaez, who was happy to hand up. Fourth is Sister D. 2 further back to our journeyman outside of Prince Zachary. 2 last of all is Shots down the side of the track and towards the 700. And there's no change in the order. JPB by 3/4 Holy Sangria. Alaez third, the inside of Sister D, and then 2 further back, Prince Zachary, followed by our journeyman, who now comes 3 deep approaching the bend. Shots is last, and it'll have to come right around them, you'd feel, to get into the picture as they run to the 400 metres. JPB rolls off the fence. There's room for Alaez to come through, but Holy Sangria...
Oh, God, we're getting swallowed.
As the sprint goes in, Sister D...
Come on, 2, can you kick? 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 Come back on him! Oh, man. Damn it.
Sangria from JPB. Sister D got very close to Alaez on the line for third. There's not much in that.
Okay. All right. We're not.
And then Prince Zachary, and Shots was back at the rear and pretty much stayed there the entire journey.
Not bad.
Nailed this one, James. Your on-top selection scoring, Holy Sangria, Todd Panel, lovely ride, gets it home from JPB. Sister D.
Oh, man, we thought.
Here, running career best run to get
we thought we had that one.
And Shots, James, the one you wanted to take a shot at and say you thought was way under the odds, it did certainly drift, and it has not featured. It's probably run nearly last.
Man, I tell you, the 2 looked like he was swamped an 1/8 of a mile out, but he fought back and almost pinched back a win against the 4. that that 4 coming out of that 1.25 mile race, man. On the turn back, that little extra stamina got him there. But all right, we had 10 to win in place on the 2, so we're sad about not getting the win, which would have been nice, but held on for second and gave us a hell of a run there. So refresh that. Yeah, 10 to win in place. But keep an eye out to see what that pays. Oh, we missed the harness race.
At Terang last time out, the most
That
experienced
sucks.
horse in the race is the one the punters are siding with here. Nearly set. Down to the post and 2. Mr. Moy sends up a green light. They're off and racing, and Josiah left fast from out wide on the track. Faith surging forward, looking for the lead. One better kicks on in the middle. Classic Major watching it all unfold against the pegs, and Kimball making the favourite really work wide onto the first turn, where one better for Damien Burns got to the lead.
Oh no!
Classic Major. So Classic Major gallops. Swiss Lightning saves plenty of ground there through on the inside, and then Good Time Mac, and all the while Josiah is maintaining a path very deep on the track, but when they compact up passing the 1400 metres, can slide up to race outside the leader One Better. So along the track side back straight they go, and One Better is the pilot. Out to the 1200, 2 metres in front. Josiah in second place. In third on the pegs is Kimball. Next in the running line is Good Time Mac, trailed in turn by Swiss Lightning, and Classic Major hasn't lost a great deal of ground, is going to tack on eventually as they run up towards the 1,000 metre mark. Lead in time 12.5, 31.5 opening quarter. One better, one of the roughies, leads the way, is out by 3 metres. Josiah, the favourite, breezes in second. Kimball, the debutante's had a good run over on the pegs for the last 800 metres or so. Next in the field was Good Time Mac, racing ahead of Swiss Lightning, and Classic Major's been able to tack on. 31.7 second quarter. Out of the straight they run, and One Better looking to break through. Out by 2 metres here on Josiah in second placing. Kimball third over on the pegs, will await upon it out in the high gain sprint lane. Then Good Time Mac in fourth in the 1-1, following the favourite everywhere at the 600 metres. They were followed by Swiss Lightning, Classic Major, the pegs, and last. Leading the way, One Better. Josiah, Karen Manning might be just getting a little anxious as they run inside the 400 metres, because One Better seems to be going a little bit the better. Is 3 metres in front of Josiah in second, who's under a bit of pressure, asked to go and chase. Now then Kimball. Good Time Mac's going to have the last shot at them. 30 seconds, third quarter. 200 metres left to go. One Better first for home, 5 metres in front. Josiah picking up and chasing now on the outside. Then Kimball. One Better and Josiah. Josiah bears down at the 100. Put the nose in front. One Better can't raise another effort, and Josiah, the favourite, will win. It was tough, but it does it. Josiah first beat One Better. Kimball might have...
6 definitely did that the hard way. Okay, let's get back to captain. Feeling some momentum going here. We showed up on that 2 at Baklava. So let's see if we can come up with something on the Kenzo. Oh, 1 horse. Second race off a layoff. Last time he ran second race off a layoff, he ran second, which was good. Soft track shouldn't be too much of a concern. We'll have to look at the rest of the field to get a good gauge. 2 scratched. 3. Speed horse. Broke its maiden nicely. Came from the outside post, swept him up, and put him away. Gets Karen McAvoy. That's always a plus. That's all I can say. All right, the 4. Coming from these country tracks, can't back here. All right, so 5 looks okay. for 1 on the soft going, which was the maiden breaking after it. Came back, won a second race in a row after the maiden breaker with heavyweight. Put in a good effort to try and win 3 in a row. You're going to face much tougher here, though. Odds, nice price for a horse that's probably going to be getting a call early, but going to be a tough deal here. All right, the 6, first up off a layoff. Gets Huey Bowman. I mean, there's not. His only negative is the horse is terrible on the Kenzo. Look at this. 7th of 8. 4th of 11. 2 kind of very. I mean, the horse has only been out of the money 4 times. And 2 of them came on the Kenzo. And then he has to come up off the layoff. Now he's 9 to 5. Toss. Alright, so there's 2 scratches here, the 2 and the 10. That makes it an 8-horse field. So we have, remember, we have, like I said about the last race, we have another Waterhouse and Bott horse. And this fits the kind of style. So in shorter fields, I like the connections, but there's already too much speed in the race, and adding more speed to that just doesn't seem like it's going to be helpful. Maybe we need to look for a closer then. 8 coming off a layoff. Looked great coming off a layoff down here last year. Andy's a closer. Okay, alright. Oh, the 9's like a complete unknown. Comes from Ireland. I mean, yeah, hard to say. I gotta see what kind of odds are gonna get at 8, because look, this first race off that layoff is really good. Competitive. There's just so much speed in here. The horse has been racing at like 7 for a long 6 3/4, so turning back, should be able to close, should have the stamina late. Let's just go $10 on his net face to place 8. We're going to get it in, or we're going to get it shut out? We got it in. There we go. Got it in. See if we can get that 8 home.
And the gates open, they're off. Frosty Rocks has jumped out pretty well. He's up there looking for the lead together with Hulk, and Frozen in Time is using the rail. Stooges pushing forward, and Miss Spiteful is going to be caught deep. Capri of Tuffy taken back. Not Faint-Hearted taken back, and Invincible Diva is last and pulling as Stooge goes to the front from Frosty Rocks, and Miss Spiteful's caught 3 wide. Ryder looking to drop in, there's no hope of that. Then Frozen in Time on the inside of Hulk. Not Faint-Hearted, deeper out with cover. Then Capri of Tuffy, and Invincible Diva coming 1 off last, only about 3 lengths off the lead. Coming around the corner here, and Stooge held the front from Frosty Rocks being revved up. Miss Spite for the outside. Frozen in Time back to the inside. Now Hulk is looking for the gap, making ground. Not Faint-Hearted.
Oh, 8 has no gap back here. He has no room. Just find some room for second.
Hulk towards the inside takes the lead. Hulk from Not Faint-Hearted.
Get through there, 8.
Invincible Diva. It's Hulk in front.
Oh, he's getting pinched at every single. Good grief.
Photo for 3rd, Miss Spiteful. Frozen in Time up the fence. Then Capri of Tuffy, Invincible Diva. Frosty Rocks, too much pressure for him. And Stooge, the pair of them dropped out.
We got pinched at every single opportunity.
And a photo here, 6-1 and a photo. Start number 13 for Hulk, and Hugh Bowman drives this fellow home for his first win. You watched the preview with Paul Joyce explaining just the form around this guy, and things worked out well for him in the run today. And I suppose many thought he shouldn't be a maiden before today, but he's been in some pretty good races all the same, this fellow, and he's found just the right race today. He wins pretty comfortably. 6, Hulk the winner, beats number 1, Not Faint-Hearted, and 4, Frozen in Time, and Miss Spiteful right there for the 3rd placing. Oh, maybe maybe missed Spiteful, just nails Frozen in time for that third placing. But Paul, Hulk today is...
Oh, damn, that eight got just held up too many times. Could not find a hole. He's the one with a little black pom-pom on top. Couldn't find a hole there. Had to shift out. Tries to go between them. Finally, a run presents itself. Still can't run them straight. Still trying to get through. Just too many things went wrong there. Too many things went wrong. Oh. Okay. Let's see if we can come back to the old... Let's see if we can come back to Ballarat. Come up with something there. Oh, man. Damn that 8. It was really... It was anybody's... The 6-1 pretty clear, but that was anybody's race for second.
So let's hope it's the start of a good preparation.
He won the trials, so that was sort of maybe sparking his head. Hang on, this winning thing's okay.
I guess so. You take what you can from winning confidence, and look, he's been thereabouts in a lot of races, and obviously better races than this. So let's, as I said, let's hope it takes us to a good Saturday win. A little bit deeper into the prep.
Okay, well done.
Thank you.
Okay, Chris. Well, there are other runners on the day we might talk about.
All right, so we have 4 scratches at Australia: 1, 2, 3, and 14. So we start off with the 4. It's a maiden race going a mile. Remember, they're on the heavy going. So 4 comes off a layoff. He's had all kinds of issues, it looks like. Only put in 3 races in 2019. Only put in 2 races in 2018. So he's had some setbacks. Ran on the heavy track last time, going 6 furlongs. Ran 3rd. They liked him. They bet him, actually. It was a small field, but someone must have been touting. Someone must have thought he would be ready. Callow comes back and he rides him here too. Definitely interesting. Definitely nice odds. Oh. Alright, the 5, Elfinport. Not a fan. Gonna be far back. Six horse should be okay. Shouldn't be too bad on the heavy going. Kind of a mixed bag. Sometimes horsemen just horses try going to lead in a 1.25 mile race. The race before that, he tried to come from the far back. What are we gonna get here? Is he gonna try to settle up close? Is he gonna try to rein him back? Tough to get a good prediction there. 7, Michael Poi. Second race off a layoff. First race was really good. Should like the mile more than the 7 furlongs last race. Interesting type. I'm not too enthusiastic, but looks okay. 8 horse, Damien Oliver. Looked okay. It's going to come from a long way back, although gets the post. Maybe we'll try to mix it up a little more early. Try to be closer. It was an okay run last out. Closed nicely. Oh, the 9. Oh, man. Wow. So really nice race on the heavy going. Ran third just short of first and second. Terrible race first off a layoff. Then comes back and runs a respectable effort. They're betting him. Yeah, I mean, worth probably running back to that race, and this is, easy peasy, but he has those question marks. 10, pretty mediocre. 11. All right, we got some interest here also. He looks like he has some possibilities. Question mark on the heavy track. 12 is taking some betting. Again, here we go. We got our pals Waterhouse and Bot, and this horse will no doubt be trying to crack a lack on the lead. Martzera, interesting. He's a really good rider to be riding at a horse at Ballarat. The 13, second race off a layoff. Interesting. The 12 is going to make it interesting, coming from outside posts. Will he cross over? If he has problems crossing over, there's other speed in the race. I mean, who's going to fire out, though? I mean, we like the 4 to 4. We're definitely playing here. We're definitely playing the 8. We're playing 4-8. And which one of these bombs do we like in here? 4-8 with the 4-6-8? Or do we take the 13? We'll try it. Let's go 4-8 with the 4-6-8 13. Let's get these bad boys in here. We're in. We are in, and we're racing.
Tail of the field, Vivid Art wants the front and found it from Time to Dazzle, and also Gwen's Gift. Symphony Rose the fence, passed by Elfin Court in the first 100 metres, and also our deep Green Delight pushes up behind those Rue Gron, 2.5 Renani. Towards the end of the field, 6 early part of the race is Ward Dame as they reach the 1200 marker, a length and a half away down under Dancer last. Vivid Art is the pilot by a length, Time to Dazzle. Third is Gwen's Gift. Fourth in the race is Green Delight, has moved one off the fence now, length and a half Symphony Rose Elfin Court. Rue Gron the outer of Renani from Ward Dame and last down under Dancer. Vivid Art at even fractions to the side of the track at the 850. Controlling this at the moment by 3/4 of a length, Time to Dazzle, if anything getting a bit closer. 2 lengths Gwen's Gift on the inside, then Green Delight, 2 lengths Elfin Court from Symphony Rose the fence. A length Rue Gron, who eases out 3 deep from Renani. War Dame second last, and down under Dancer at the back. So Vivid Art comes up towards the turn at the 550, held together from Zara. Joined on the outer by Time to Dazzle, who gives the leader the stare. Now
Ooh, the 8's.
Is making a searching run out deeper on the course, coming up.
8's right behind that 9 wide. Now the 8's going to go wider than him. Oh my god, and they just ran into a wall. Wow. Fucking eye roll. Wow.
Vivid Art, 100 metres to go. Every poster winner, 3 lengths in front of Renani, picking up a little bit of ground. But Vivid Art, this is a soda for Zara, and Vivid Art won as well. Renani second, down under Dancer from last, got up on the fence to finish third. And then came behind them Elfin Court. A gap then to Time to Dazzle and Green Delight and Symphony Rose.
God, we're such an asshole.
The field was Gwen's Gift.
Sometimes we just.
Vivid Art. Well ridden, beautiful front running right over the 1600 metres, and well appreciated the heavy 9 Vivid Art. Hadn't seen heavy before, but
oh no, that is my fault. That is 100% on me. You know, I mean, good rides become that much more imperative when the track is in that sort of condition, because you got to know the racing style that it suits. You got to know which part of the track is not an absolute not absolute quicksand. And I mean, I sit there and tell you the guy is much more capable than this collection of needle heads, and fucking it runs 12.84, 4 to 8, the 2 horses I really liked in the keyed. You know, they've tried to throw me a bone on that triple, and I don't want to key the 12 over. Could easily had the triple for some amount of money, or even the super. The 9 runs 4th. Not. You know, there's always, like I always say, there's always multiple parts to getting this stuff right. You got to, number one, you got to find the contenders, but number two, you have to make sure you're coming up with worthwhile bets. That 8 and 11 to 1. Oh, it's a punch in the gut. Punch in the gut. Okay, what do we have here? Australia C. Sunshine Coast. So yeah, this is last year in the first race at sea. The 11 just came just blasting away, like just smoked them like it was nothing. So we get another maiden race going a mile and an 8th. Should be interesting. Heavy going. Let's see. Let's see what they like here. Mark Duplessis. See, this is a 5. This 5 is the type of horse I really, you know, he's kind of the opposite of what you would think on like a standard runner. So most horses would be better against the rail because they get to save more ground. The 5's the opposite. So look at the 5's. The 5's best races are basically when he's outside of everyone in the field. He came from the 16 hole and damn near won the race. Ran 3rd. He gets inside the 4 hole. He gets the traffic. Not as good an effort. 12 hole, he runs 4th. Gets the 5 hole, doesn't like it. 9 hole, he gets around, everyone gets back, goes around, everyone runs 3rd. 5 hole kind of mixes up, not liking it. So I mean, the 10 hole conceivably could be better. And we saw the horse in the first race come around everybody and look like a ton. So I mean, the 5's definitely a chance here. Who are we going to bet? Who? Alright, 5, can you? Here's the question, can you kick for us? Can you give us a kick? We'll bet him the place. We'll put the 10 spot right on his nose. Oh, this 12's a threat. If he can settle back, he's shown being able to settle and kick in long distance races. God, if he can show that, we may be in business here. Of course, suddenly the 5 gets bet late. We're not fans of that. When we got shut out, we're gonna play the 12 over 3 horses.
It's pinged away, led by 2 lengths early from Youngblood coming over into the second. Will Carews is much closer today. Shadow Eclipse over on the inside. Got Recall Events and Best Foot Forward, length and a half to Rahesh and Fiorelli. Reeled it in, second last Wicked Freddy, and Likeable as last of all. So Adelaide's led the way from Youngblood, and Shadow Eclipse is third. Fourth, the outside, Will Carews. A length and a half to Recall Events and Best Foot Forward, the outside. And then we've got Fiorelli, Rahesh the outside, and 3 lengths away to Wicked Freddy, who's third last, second last the outside, reeled it in, and Likeable is back at the tail. It must be 12 to 13 lengths off the leader. So Adelaide's here by half a length from Youngblood. A length and a half away third, Shadow Eclipse, and fourth the outside, Will Carews. They're 5 lengths clear from Recall Events. The next over on the outside there is Best Foot Forward. A length and a half to Rahesh, and over on the inside there, Fiorelli. Third last, reel it in. Over on the inside, Wicked Freddy. A length and a half to Likeable last of all as they swing down the Pierce Avenue to the side. So Adelaide's here led the way narrowly from Youngblood. Length and a half away third, Will Carews, and fourth the inside, Shadow Eclipse. Best Foot Forward going to fifth and improving there as Rahesh passing Recall Events. Reel it in, Fiorelli, Likeable, and Wicked Freddy swings and last about 10 to 12 lengths off the leader. Adelaide's joined by Youngblood. A length and a half away third, Will Carews at the 400 metres marker, and then Shadow Eclipse, and they're well clear from the others being headed there by Fiorelli. Adelaide's the inside, Youngblood the outside. One of those two will win. They're 6 lanes clear from the others, with Will Carews and Shadow Eclipse battling out the minors. Likeable is running home from a long way back. Adelaide's seen Youngblood at the 50. Adelaide's just in front. Youngblood the outside won't get there, I don't think. Adelaide's in front, defeats Youngblood ahead. About 8 lengths away. It's a photo third. Will Carews, Likeable, and Shadow Eclipse not too sure there. Followed by Fiorelli, reel it in, Best Foot Forward. And then Recall Events, Wicked Freddy. And Rahesh has finished at the back of the field.
They certainly ran away with the race, the 2 of them. Jeez. Couldn't even get rowdy about that one. Did save money on the shutout. Oh, he's trying to think positive here. Alright. So we need to we're gonna be handicapping blah. It's the only track of that we're actually getting tickets at, so we should pay more attention to it. Alright, what do we got here? 5-furlong maiden race, okay.
A real move for Brahmavi Rube.
What are we going to do here? Pete, give me some help, man. I need something. I need some help here. I'm not coming up with the goods. The hell's the 2 coming to? I'm gonna do a layoff here. Interesting. Look at this. This 3 runs ran in a metro race at Morpheville. Benchmark 64, so I was facing winners. And, you know, finished last, but it wasn't far back. I mean, a good accounting of himself. I mean, that could prove that this horse was trying to get fit. We like that. We like that. 4's coming off a layoff. 5's coming off a layoff. 6 is coming off a layoff. 7's coming off a layoff. 8's coming off a layoff. Jeez Louise, come on. Got the 9. 9's either betting, but yeah, I mean, Jake Torek stays with the 3. This field is about as full of question marks as you're going to get. We're going to bet the win in place on the 3. 10 piece right on his face. Right on his face. Let's go. Book it.
Okay, so James, you've gone 5, 9, 4 and 8. 4's been heavily backed. 2, you're saying a mad roughie as well.
Let's look what are we looking? What are his colors on this 3 horse? Blue with a pink fleur-de-lis and yellow sleeves.
This is race number 3.
Get him to win.
So Brahmavi Ruboy, heavily backed, number 4.
We got
Majority here in the Schweppes.
outside post, but I mean this field is just full of horses that are coming off layoffs. 3 has racing fitness on the side, including a dead solid race against a really tough field. So let's have him break well.
Aussie Sojourn hopped up. She's crept a little slow to move. Alpheus nearer the inside, one of the first to spring into action. And Pearl Dragon's got speed. Brahmavi Ruboy not far away. Then Kanzo from Charade. Rockatansky's got back with Aussie Sojourn. Bay Waves deeper out. And She's Crept is back at the rear. Running to the 650 metres. And Pearl Dragon 3/4 in front from Alpheus as they're about to swing. Brahmavi Ruboy is tracking the 2 as they lead in to the stretch. And he now peels 3 wide. Kanzo, Rockatansky, Charade to the outside, along with She's Cross.
Come on, 3, be good. Be ready.
Brahmavi Ruboy at the 300 raced it up, and he's gone now to Pearl Dragon.
Get up for second. Come on, 3. Oh my God, this.
She's doing plenty wrong, but
oh my God.
Brahmavi Ruboy, Pearl Dragon, She's Cross trying to reach them. Brahmavi Ruboy's been well specced, and he'll land the prize. Brahmavi Ruboy from Pearl Dragon and She's Cross. Fourth placing Rockatansky near the inside. Aussie Sojourn, Bay Wave. Alpheus next and Charade.
A double for Jason Holder. The plunge landed here at Balaclava. Brahmavi Ruboy winning first up. Pearl Dragon led. Was brave. Brahmavi Ruboy seemingly always had its number up the home straight, but it's kept fighting to the line, and She's Corrupt running third. Brett saying racing a little greenly. Rockatansky a better run today in 4th spot as well, James.
Lame. That's what we get for being confident at a track. Should have left it at that. All right. Let's see what the harness. Let's see what the harness has for us here. Stale. Go a mile and 16th. Not sure I would like the 4 over the 3. That's how they're betting it. I mean, trainer driver on the threes. I mean, they bat like 30%, so let's get this 3 to win here. Let's get the 3 to win. Go to the lead and just run them off.
Speed off the gate today is surging up towards the front, which she will want to know. Lavaughn tucks in behind, and fourth going out of the straight on the first occasion is Max Actor. They were followed by Silver Domino, then the Sports Star, and Just Be Yourself is at the tail of the field. Running into the back, 12.8 the lead time, 1400 left to travel. And She Will Want to Know leads the way by 3 metres. Crompton Bay second in the breeze, leaders back, and third is Lavaughn. Silver Domino from back the pegs and in fourth. Fifth sliding up around the outside, the favourite Max Actor. 6 metres to the Sports Star, and last inside the 1200 was Just Be Yourself. 30.8 opening quarter, and they work back.
All right, can we parlay the pocket into a win? That is the question.
In second placing is Crompton Bay. Third on the leaders back, Lavaughn is going to get a nice smother there. Max Actor fourth in the 1-1 at the 1,000. Next over on the inside, Silver Domino. They were followed by the Sports Star, and patiently driven is Just Be Yourself. Coming down to get the bell, a little over 800 metres left to travel. She Will Want to Know, looking to break a run of minor placings, cuts them out of the straight in front. Crompton Bay travels boldly second the outside, 31-1 second quarter. Third over on the pegs is Lavaughn, and Max Actor is next. They were trailed by Silver Domino as they go to the trackside back straight, then the Sports Star. At the tail of the field, Just Be Yourself. 600 metres left to go. She Will Want to Know and Michael Bellman lead the way. Second on the outside is Crompton Bay, just given a flick along, and he's starting to give a little bit of ground. Lavaughn travels well. Max Actor sweeping into it deep at the 400, then Silver Domino. They were followed by the Sports
Come on,
Star.
3. Don't let the 6 get away from you.
Running to the turn, 29.9 the third quarter.
Golly.
And She Will Want to Know's take it off. Got 7 to 8 metres in front of Lavaughn in second placing, then Silver.
Uh-oh, 3 starting to close the gap. Come on.
Meters. She Will Want to Know
No.
doing it nicely for Bellman. 6 metres in front of Lavaughn, who's chasing now, is making a big rapid dive on the inside, but it won't be fast enough. She'll Want to Know won it. Lavaughn and Max Actor ran in third, fourth, a bit of a lineup. Just Be Yourself.
Damn it. Oh, man. Come on, 3. Stupid 7 parked the mile. 7 didn't even wear the 6 out whatsoever. Alright, Randwick, what do you got for us? That's not heavy, it's soft. Some bonds, mumble words now. Okay. good speed here. Oh, the 9 is liable to just run him off the track here. I mean, he can gun with the absolute best of them. I think the 11 has a good chance to be cheap speed right behind him. We'll play a $4 911. I think a backup bet, if there's just too much speed in this race, I think a backup bet makes sense. I like the 8. 8 as a price to get a piece. 6 seems to be there a lot. Huey Bowman. Play 5-8 with the 5-6-8. Just in case that speed gets a little wonky. Oh, we're shut out. Don't be any of that shit. All right, just run 911. That'd be nice.
Trumps has scored very deep from Wonderbar, and Ghostly has ridden stone cold there at the rear of the field. So Dolan goes forward on Space Boy, and he's clearing the pack by just under length or 3/4 there to Virgilio. Calipari and Private Thoughts is punching through. A length and a half then to Anna's Joy inside Margie B. Further back to Wonderbar from Dynamite and up trumps the line. Revved up last of all is Ghostly as they come around the corner now. And Space Boy goes for home at the 400. Extend the lead to 3 lengths on Virgilio. Calipari, Private Thoughts, Anna's Joy. A good gap back to Wonderbar. There's about 5 off them working into the clear.
Oh my goodness, 11. You had a chance to shut the 2 off. You had the chance to shut the 2 off. Is that going to cost you seconds?
From Wonderbar is digging in late. Wonderbar's going to Space Boy. Wonderbar got up. Wonderbar nailed Space Boy. Margie B third. Followed further back to the line. Up trumps Dynamited Ghostly late. Further back to Anna's Joy Virgilio. Get back to Calipari and Private Thoughts.
Oh man.
2, 9, 11, and
Oh hey Pete, I work IT for the Department of Justice Criminal Division. Help put away El Chapo. Oh, this is that fucking 2. The 11. Oh. Damn it. That sucks because the 11 had a prime opportunity to do that 2 dirty. He could have he had a chance to just shut the door. So let's see. The 11 actually lets the 2 out. So there's the 2 with the checkers. Yep. Oh. The chance was there to just kind of shut the door and make the 2 have to shift in. I mean, the 2 probably ends up at least second there, but like I said, he could have done him dirty. Yeah. Let's see. So, biggest score. The biggest score I've ever had is I actually finished 3rd in the inaugural National Harness Handicapping Championship in 2005. I tied for 3rd, and that was worth $6,250. I had won my entry through ExpressBet. That helped me buy my first car. The car I'm still driving. I got a new car since then, but that new car went kaput, and the Corolla I bought with the money from the handicapping championship went to the Corolla, which I'm still plugging around as a daily. Betting wise, though, I've hit I've hit a handful of. I hit a couple triples that paid like nothing crazy, like 4,500 for the $2. I've gotten like half of that, so like 2,300. Strictly from betting, yeah, like 2,300. I don't. I'm not one of those big like. I've started recently since I've had more bullets to fire than my younger years. I've ventured more into multi-race. Had pick threes, pick fours, pick fives. I've had some bang up opportunities at Cal Expo on the pick four and like the pick five. Had I was a couple times I was in with like four runners with a handful of them paying over like 5 or 6,000, and of course like either the favorite or somebody else I didn't have would cover the final leg. Hey Zach, not so far yet. We started. It was like it's like throwing a bunch of strikes in practice. We hit the first race for some nubs, and hasn't been much since then. But there's still time to play. We are in this for the long haul. We are not fair weather gamblers here. We are in. Oh, Zach, you should have been here earlier tonight when I was playing poker around like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Man, the Twitch chat was hopping. I'll tell you, we had like five. We had like 5, 6, or 7 people, and they were all chatting. We were all chatting it up, hanging out. Feeling pretty good. Had a lot of bowlers around. yeah, timepiece. Yeah, like I said, not bad. Like anything, it's that squeaky. It's weird because they don't have that squeaky jockey voice. Like they're like normal, attractive women, that happen to be jockeys. All right, Ballarat. What are we gonna do? I gotta handicap this race. What are we gonna do here? No more chicanery. No more chicanery. That's what we're saying. All right, Ballarat. What happened last time? Yeah, the 12. Fucking 12. 12 ran him off the track. Snuck it in. Okay. Brawler, the 2's coming off a layoff. 1 has a couple wins, but 1 is so weird. Like he's either good or he's way back. 2 comes off the layoff. So many horses coming off layoffs. 3 should be. And 4's coming off a big layoff. 2, 3, 4, 5. What do you got, 5? Hey, Zach, do I bet this horse Careless Whisper? I think I do, man. I think I do. If it's a sign, you show up, and the 6 is named Careless Whisper, son. Come on, man. Do I do it, Zach? You gotta give me the thumbs up, man. Am I putting all the money on Careless Whisper here, just like it's on the jukebox? Oh man, I'll tell you, if that ain't a sign, man, I don't know what is. exactly with the other two horses I like. Just play a little win bet on them. There you go. There's our. All right, so I'm in with the 6. Get the 6 to win. Get that 6 horse to win. He is 5-2. So he's actually the favorite, so they like him.
Last one coming forward, Bray Street Boss. For Jamie Carr, drawn the outside alley. This field of 10 goes up and they're set. Ready for the 4th. Movement with Inspired Sun. Couple of attendants in out wide. Signal from behind. Racing at the 1,000 metres. Inspired Sun missed it a beat. Goes back towards the end. Careless Whisper out quickly with Ocean Drive. Now's a cracker on the outside.
Careless Whisper out quickly.
Too far away with Perfect War. Then Pink Angel the inside. Well back Naval Envoy and deep from Bray Street Boss and Start and Lass. 6 lengths Inspired Sun. Onto the course proper. 650 out. A real clump of them up front where Perfect War and Now's a cracker. They match motors. Careless Whisper just off those out deeper with Ocean Drive between horses. 2 lengths Pink Angel. Naval Envoy tracking up from So Rewarding Start and Lass. Bray Street Boss has 5 lengths to make up and a gap to Inspired Sun. Ocean Drive 3 off the fence just in front of Pink Angel the inside. Start and Lass needs a run. Naval Envoy is starting to join in. Careless Whisper flat-footed. Bray Street Boss
6 is terrible.
Killed
us.
Pink Angel, but Bray Street Boss charges up. Inspired Sun from a long way back. Bray Street Boss up to Naval Envoy and in charge. Bray Street Boss has just won.
Jesus.
Naval Envoy and Inspired Sun.
Toss him in the trash. I think he was.
Behind those horses, Perfect War.
I think he was closer to last.
And also Careless Whisper.
Yep, dead last.
Bray Street Boss. Jamie Carr for Will Clarkin.
No more hunch bets.
About 4 or 5 off the lead coming around the turn.
That's okay.
Just starting to work into it. And that Masked Crusader form 2 starts ago always looks strong in a race of this nature. Has handled the conditions well. This 3-year-old gelding. And that's been a good victory for this gelding by Street Boss out of Cardannic. Hasn't seen a heavy track previously, and like the winner of the 3rd race, had seen the soft once. Was beaten 4 lengths in a stronger race, admittedly, at Morfordville. That was an 80, coming back to a 64 today, defeating Naval Envoy, Benny Thompson for Danielle Luce, and for 3rd, well, Inspired Sun would have been 6 off the 2nd last horse approaching the turn, and has stormed down the middle of the track with a big finish to finish 3rd ahead of Pink Angel on the fence and Start and Lass. 101.57 the time, 101.57, 6th number 11 Ocean Drive. Completed placings at Ballarat 1, 3, 2 and 9. 1, 3, 2 and 9, short head by 1 length, 101.57. Bray Street Boss, it was a slender margin, really a short head, but he was the horse that looked the winner.
Yeah, he was carried, exactly. All right, what do we got here? We got Australia C coming up.
Makeup is number 11, Gary Dougherty and Jim Byrne.
Blinkers are going on first time. 3rd up today. Was a bit slowly away there at Ipswich behind Terriers. And after being slowly away, was pushed hard to make up ground. I thought was okay the last 100 metres.
Sister Kathleen is the 12, a filly by Seamus Award, trained by Charlie Weston and Brooke Ainsworth to ride.
Yeah, she's never been on a heavy, one run on a soft for an unplaced. Now, she also comes out of that Terriers race. Terriers sped straight to the lead, beat them all. But she was eye-catching, wasn't she?
She was. She was a long way back. Did she have any behind? Yeah, she might have had one behind her on the turn. And, yeah, she scooted through and finished off that race really well. I know she was beat 4 lengths. And Charlie did tell me the time that she had the run on the wet track here, there was a traffic issue and she got...
Well, they're been to 1 as a heavy favorite.
So it feels as though she had excuses.
She's well in the market in a
I'm
race
not
where there
completely
doesn't appear to
sold.
be a lot of chances, but she can't really afford to give them too big a start here today on this.
Got a good nice trip
And
last
then
time
number
out.
13, I have
Didn't
a
offer any
bit
kick.
in
He got beat
Burnley.
handily by the
Hope It
winner.
All, Spurious, the jet spur for Pat Duff.
I'd like to find a spot
All
for
the
him.
horses
Where
raced
is he?
before that
He's
don't
a good
inspire
order,
a
doesn't
ton
he?
of
Spurious, Paddy Duff and Dale Smith.
Yeah, he's
you know,
looking
confidence.
pretty
Has a
forward.
terrible
We're looking at his
post.
side on at the moment. Now, it hasn't been that
We'll
long
pass.
since he raced. The day that he ran third
Scratch
at
the
Dean
2-3 has the worst post.
What's that, 8 weeks? About 8 weeks. So he might have had a couple of weeks
He's going to have to come off a long way off.
I'm thinking that he's
Trialed.
a really good race here. And,
Trial was mediocre.
He has been effective on soft and heavy in the past.
Hey Zach, my only league is the Thursday league, and they're taking their sweet time. Bob Ashley's in communication with us, but we had to pass like rules on rules on an early payout, etc., etc., etc. But I mean, he should be mailing out checks probably before the end of the month. How about any of yours? Okay, I like the 4 here. I like them. Second race off a layoff. Local trainer. Mark Duplessis is a useful rider. So it's a rider improvement. Okay post. Should like the heavy. And he's 24 to 1. Alright, 5 and 6 are scratched. 7. Just hasn't shown anything. Hasn't shown anything to inspire confidence here. The 8. Pretty mediocre first run. Not inspired. Dying scratched. 10. Comes off a layoff. I'm not a big fan of him. I don't think he's got heavy breeding. I will pass on him. 11. Third race off a layoff. This is a big rider improvement going to Jimmy Byrne. They said he got bunkers on the first time. That could help him a ton. Not a big fan of the post, but I mean, he hasn't been in the top 2, but he's barely finished off the leaders. Worth a chance with the bunkers for the first time. Alright, 11, 12. Not a fan of the 12 at 92 at the moment. 13 had a nice effort on the heavy track last out. Got there 26 to 1. Worth a stab there. So we like the 11, 13. So we like the 4. We like the 4, 11, 13. That's all we like here. Let's play it 4, 11 with the 4, 11, 13. The exacta. Let's play a little 20-cent triple. 4, 11 with 4, 11, 13 with some smoky bombs here. Let's go. Let's get in there. 320 total bet, and let's bet 3 to win in place on the 4. All right, we're in this. We like this race. Let's go.
And Samurai out wide began well. Also El Rancho's Handy Dream Lad over on the inside. Petralia kicking up. Next one there is Make Up and Spurious. Sister Kathleen's outside Our Woman. Last of all is Hostile Star. So
please be good for.
It's got the lead from El
Please be
Rancho's
good.
and Samurai 3 wide third. Fourth is Spurious and fifth there, Make Up. 6 and 3 wide, Dream Lad. A length and a half, Sister Kathleen over on the outside of Our Omen. And last of all is Hostile Star. So Petralia led the way from Samurai up into second. Third's El Rancho's 4, Spurious, and fifth the outside, Make Up. Next one there is Dream Lad. Sister Kathleen's outside, Our Omen. And last of all is Hostile Star. So Petralia led narrowly from Samurai. Third, the outside's El Rancho's, and Spurious Defense. Next, the outside is Make.
Can we get a 4, 11, 13? Can we get this bad boy in there? Be no good one. 4, 13 then. Come on, 4.
Petralia joined by a Samurai.
Get up, 4.
Spurious. Down the outside is Make Up, and also El Rento, Sister Kathleen, Dream Lad, and Hostile Star, the absolute deepest. Here
oh my
Make
goodness.
Up on the outside of Samurai.
Oh, come on, that's the 11. Get up, 4.
Sister Kathleen down the outside.
Get up, 4. Come on, no.
Samurai and Sister Kathleen. Make Up's in front, looking the goods and punch.
Oh my God, man.
Wins it well. 2.5 Samurai, third Sister Kathleen. Fourth El Rancho's ahead of Spurious, followed by Dream.
Oh man.
Then we had Hostile Star, Petralia, and Our Omen was struggling in the conditions a long way from home and dropped out to finish at the tail.
So blinkers going on, Make Up for the first time today. Jimmy Byrne in the saddle for Gary Doughty, a daughter of Jet Spur. And she has beaten Samurai, Sister Kathleen, and El Ranchos, 11, 1, 12, and 4. This has been a bit of a happy hunting ground for the Dowdies. They don't have a lot of horses in work, but they seem to get a fair share of winners here at the Sunny Coast.
And they're pretty good with wet trackers. I think it's because their horses are very, very fit. You can see Make Up. She doesn't have a lot of extra condition, does she?
She was in that race. Sister
4.
Kathleen was in last at Ipswich. A bit slowly out of the gates, but she was okay over the last 100 metres. So 2 runs under her belt, obviously ready for the...
Son of a bitch. Oh my gosh. That hurt. That one hurts. The 11 comes ripping home, and he wins by open lengths. And we could have easily had our flat bet on the 11. It definitely would have healed the wounds a little bit of that one. God, man. You're right there. Hey, look, it's Woody Harrelson old Woody Harrelson as a trainer. Alright. So, baklava. See if we can get one home here.
For Richard and Chantel Jolly.
Two scratched.
Pam's Journey, number 7's in the market for Wayne Francis and Glenn.
I like the 3 here, but man, God, they're bidding it way over. Oh, 3.7 exact. It's paying $40. Yes, please. Let's play a 3.7. Let's just play an exacta with the 7 over. Who can get second? We'll go 7 with the 1-8. That's a backup bet. See if we can get that one home. Alright, come on. Come on. Oh, man, okay. 3-7 straight up. Right on the nose. Let's go. Let's go!
Young Henry, and I think Clancy might be the name of the little fella born yesterday. Clancy Clarkin, James.
Let's go! Hey Zach, if you use my affiliate link on for Twin Spires, you can deposit like $2, and then you'll get, and as soon as you bet it, you'll get like a free $10 wager, and I'll get a free $10 wager. It's really, it's kind of a cheap way like around it. Free $10 bet. Let me know if you want it. I can send my little affiliate link over there. Might as well just post it anyway, honestly.
They're all loaded. Yes, Mahoney moves in. 1,050 metres is the distance for race number 4. Gawler South Bakery benchmark 54 handicap.
Is that it? No, that's not it.
Starter's happy, switches the light on, presses the button, they're off. Mahoney jumped well, Rushwa away okay, Secret Charge nearer the inside, Wonder has got some speed. Mahoney deeper out, and driving through now is Pam's Journey from the inside gate to really hustle and bustle at the 800 and find the top spot as they come down to the course proper. Pam's Journey from in second position, Wonder If, Rushwa, Mahoney, Secret Charge. They were followed then by getting back in the field is Downs After Dark, and Potty Paul's one of the last as they swing for home, where it's Pam's Journey and Twice Forgotten sharing the lead. Pam's Journey, Twice Forgotten, they both stride together, both look comfortable. Rushwa's only a half away, Mahoney's letting down the middle. Wonder If's got to the outside with Potty Paul, and Secret Charge running up behind them. It's Twice Forgotten at the furlong, only a half ahead in front of Pam's Journey. Secret Charge can't get a run through, Wonder If joining in, and so too Potty Paul. Wonder If striking the lead. Wonder If from Potty
Jesus.
Paul. Wonder If.
God.
3/4,
Ooh.
on the wire to Potty Paul.
I tell you, knock me over with a feather, man.
Twice Forgotten. Secret Charge was luckless in the last 150, and then Rushwa Mahoney. Downs After
Knock
Dark,
me
weak into
over
the
with a
last. It's a good
feather.
contest to the wire.
Yeah, Wonder If saluting here. Paul Gatt riding for Richard and Chantel Jolly, just holding off Potty Paul for the Toodles. Pam's Journey third and Twice Forgotten fourth. 6, 9, 7 and 4, James.
Yeah, that's the affiliate link for the for Twin Spires. So literally, as soon as you make your first real money wager, you get a free $10. You get a free $10, and I get a free $10. Right. Take it if you want. If you're looking to Twin Spires has really good free thoroughbred programs. So if you're interested in betting the thoroughbreds, especially they're going to be ramping up. Churchill's open again. Santa Anita, Golden Gate Fields. The Brisnet handicapping tools are exceptional compared to Equibase shit. Alright, what do we have? We're struggling. We are struggling. Hashtag Struggleville. Our bullet's down to $9, but Mama didn't raise no quitter, so we got some fighting. We got some fighting to do. Chip and chair. Chip and chair. Oh man. Oh, 1 second. Excuse me. Scott, yes, sir, I am. I'm using RE Stream, which I'm streaming to Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter all at the same time. All at the same time. trying to cover all bases as well as possible. You know, you gotta, to reach everybody, you gotta do what you gotta do. RE Stream is actually a free tool, so yeah, I mean, it helps. I'm bringing over a lot of Facebook followers, telling them just, hey, just come on over to Twitch. A lot of people have never heard of it, so I'm like, hey, especially if you enjoy just live streaming stuff, they have all kinds of crazy stuff to watch on here. I mean, obviously, but I'm just, I'm saying, like, especially if you like gambling, there's all kind. I love watching the European slot machine streamers. That shit's awesome. But the part of the reason I'm doing this is there's just, I'm a pioneer. Yeah, I said it. And I figured, I think there's an audience out there for horse handicapping. Especially in real time, and I figured, I'll put that out there. I obviously I also stream poker, but that's kind of like the low-hanging fruit because there's already an audience, a pretty wide audience for poker. But I think there's definitely an audience for horse betting. It's definitely it's something different, and there's a lot of horse players out there, and I definitely feel like there's a lot of ones that are willing to congregate to a singular location if they were so drawn to such. So hopefully I can be that glue that brings them together. All right, what are we doing? What are we doing, Australia B? Come on, man. I need to. I'm going to go silent for a moment because I need to buckle down and figure out what the hell I'm doing here. Besides, giving away money. The goal is not to do that. let me deposit 50 cents because I want to make this an even $10 bet. Oh, I can't even do that. Alright, we'll just bet $9 then. We're betting the 7 here. We are betting the 7. We're going to put $6 on his face. So then we're going to play 7 with the 3 with 3, 5, 6. Yeah, let's do that. 7 with the 3, 5, 6. Alright, we are in with the 7 here. Show us some love, 7. We are in with the 7 at Australia, baby.
Account. Winning on Wonder Bar in the previous for Australian Bloodstock and Chris Lees. So they're all locked and loaded now. Ready here for race 4. The red light is on. It's an open betting race. Gates are back now and they're off. Favourite Flinders jumped okay off the inside. Significance though clearly won the start. Ulysses, Diamond and Russ are in very prominent roles, followed by Blue Ant going forward. Marino's off the track looking for a better position. And Flinders
there you go, 7. Come on, cut over.
Getting past it is Money Magic together with Viren. 2 for the back to Seagraw from Aesop's Fable and 4 out the back to Philofana. Significance leads on, circling out by half length to Diamonds and Rust. It gets right up on the outside now. Diamonds and Rust found second. Marino just had to take hold there in the third. Ulysses goes to 4, 2 for the back to Bluent, Money Magic and Viren between runners. So it looks as though Money Magic's cut a bit deep. Further back to Seagrill, the favourite back to a third last now, Flinders. 2 after Aesop's Fable and 2 after Philofana. Significance has got the field strung out going to the 600 metres. A couple in front to Diamonds and Rust and Marino, followed by Ulysses in 4th, a length and a half to Bluent. Money Magic has been wide.
Come on, 7, can you give us a kick here?
On the outside,
can we get a kick?
And Seagrill, Flinders strung up right on the inside now as they straighten up, and Significance.
Come on, 7.
To the top of the straight. Coming to the middle of the track as well, Significance by 2 on Diamond.
Come on, kick, man.
Flinders taking a rails run now. Down the outside, we've got Viren, Ulysses. Money Magic is still in it. It's Viren and Ulysses getting to the front. Money Magic keeps coming. It's Viren from Ulysses and Money Magic. Viren under the stick just in front from Ulysses, making the final dive. Just missed Viren. Viren won by a head on the line to Ulysses. Money Magic, a tough effort in third. Followed then after a gap to Sea Grill and Diamonds and Rust. Further back to Bluin. Phil of Fun. Flinders hasn't picked up. There was a mile of room to go through on the fence, but it was those wide out. Aesop's Fable, Significance really got tired. And Marino has been last to a finish, pulling up pretty sharply.
Number 9, Viren scores here. Number 9, big odds. Andrew Atkins, good on you, Andrew. Welcome back, and a nice win for him on his first day back at the races for a while. And David Payne trains this Olympic glory 3-year-old who sticks to his guns well late in the piece. You listen.
Paul Harvey.
All right. So we're done with that bullet. That sucked. We have a little something left in the chamber, though. We got 20. We got our we got our second chance. It's like on The Price is Right, where you have like the putt, hole in 1 or 2. All right. Let's see what B has to offer us. I mean D. I think I said B. Let's see what D has to offer us here. One scratched.
The cerise and white livery.
They're all over the 3, but you know what? I think the 2 sneaks on here. I think the 2 can get him here. We'll back it up with a little triple. 3 with a 2 with some outsiders. Get the 2 to win. Come on. Come on.
She goes up there, settles into her rally, and Brave Angel now being the last to move along. So we're almost set for the first. Interesting day of racing coming up. First look at this newcomer Dunbar out of the yard of Grant and Alana Williams. Starter across at the ladder now as we wait on Brave Angel. And Brave Angel goes up, walks along into its stall. They're now ready to run. The gates open, they're off. Brave Angel, last in, last out. Nobility won the start easily. Dunbar got away well. Over on the inside, the Spruker up there third through the early stages, being closely followed by Lunar Impact, who's going to posse in there fourth in behind Dunbar. Over on the inside, next of all, in fifth placing, settling into stride, Detroit Queen, just in front of Callaroo. Brave Angel is next to last, and back with it is Sunset Cruise. And so they wheel off the back, out onto the side at the 750. Nobility, the filly, leads the way from the hot pot Dunbar. Then the Spruker down on the inside in the box seat, being closely followed by Lunar Impact, travelling up there fourth by the 550. 2 lengths away, Detroit Queen. Over on the inside, shaded by Callaroo, and back behind those is Brave Angel next to last. And
come on, 2, give me some run.
Sunset Cruise into the home straight though.
Give me some kick too.
His move with Dunbar sets out after Nobility. Nobility giving a bit of cheek at the 250, but he's foxing, I fancy, here on Dunbar. Now he starts to give it a little rub on the ribs. Dunbar ranges up to Nobility. They've got it between themselves, but he'll have to work. Dunbar, Nobility coming back tooth and nail, but the Vancouver debutant wins it. Dunbar narrowly had to be pushed right out to beat Nobility. The Spruker 2 lengths behind them, third home from Callaroo, and then Lunar Impact, followed further back by Sunset Cruise. Brave Angel next home, and the last of them to arrive is Detroit Queen. And to earn his fee there on Dunbar did the Wiz, but has got the upper hand. Number 3, Dunbar.
You know, it'd be nice to come up with like one. Like, at some point I'd like to prove out there that I'm not absolutely terrible at this. At some point. Any point, please. Help? Huh. What are we doing? Well, I mean, they got to beat the 6 here. The 6 has great heavy track form. Yeah, I mean, we're all bet. bet the 6 to win. We have $2 left. What are we going to do with our little $2? We're going to bet a triple 6 with the 9 and the 10. Hoping to just throw out the 7. Bold. Actually, you know what? Let me just double check that really quick. We'll just play 6-10 straight up. The exacta. 6 with the 10. $2 straight up. If this runs 10-6, check news broadcast tomorrow for the for someone standing on the Wilson Bridge. Okay, all right, let's get to 6 out.
Midfield out, Moon Dancer the best to leap. From in second, Royalty and Pure, and then Halcyon Dame getting back to second last, Deserved, and Snittertude is last. 1,000 metres to go. Moon Dancer is the leader, marginally off the rails. From Pure, second, 2 lengths off the lead. Then came Royalty, and on the inside next, Halcyon Dame, 1 off the fence from Deserved. Snittertude, 800 to go. It's Moon Dancer for Neil Farley getting into a rhythm, about 3 lengths in front of Pure second. Third, the outside is Royalty, and then Halcyon Dame, who's staying off the inside running rail, 3 and 4 deep from Deserved and Snittertude, who's just being nudged along coming up towards the turn. 450 out. Moon Dancer still has a pretty good margin. 2 lengths, Royalty stoked up. Halcyon Dame under a hold. Pure behind them, followed by Deserved and Snittertude. So it's game on at the 300. Moon Dancer.
Can I get the 6-10 home? 6 is outside, the 10's further out. Don't. Come on, 7. Don't do it. 6-10? Quit 7. Jesus, 7's going to pinch us, and then it's going to come in 7-6-10. Ah!
Deserved is back in good form. This filly for Matt Kamani, who is having a good week. That's a double today, scoring earlier with the Fortune ahead. This one ridden by
Oh my goodness.
as discussed, she's
Do.
in the spring of last year, the filly by Done Deal out of Statuette. Just a little bit too classy for Halcyon Dame, who, as we expected, performed well on the heavy track today. Madison Lloyd for Archie Alexander. And third, let's see, you've got Snittertude.
Alright, Australia C is coming up. Alright. Australia C. What are we going to do here? What are we going to do? We need to come up with something good here. Go a mile and 3/8. Woo! Let's go. Let's go. We are dialing long distance. Alright, the 3 scratch. What do we think about the 4? We don't know about the 4. We don't know about the 5 either, for that matter. The 7's definitely got a chance to get in the money here at a nice price. So Cassie was riding the 6, and now he goes right on to the 4. I think that's very revealing. 4 is very good at Sunshine Coast. 4 with the 1-7 with the 1-2-7. See if we can get that back. Let's do this. 4 with the 1-7 with the 1-2-7 on the triple. Play a $3 4 with the 1-7. Let's play a super 4 with the 1-7. With the 1-7, with the 2-6. Sneak the 6 in there as a price. Oh, dude, we got shut out of the super bet. Alright, come on, 4-7-1, come on in. Come on in, 4-7-1.
Vegas rolling forward, handy Neptune's Choice, second last Brumby Jack, and last of all is Kiriana. So Champagne Vegas got the lead by about 3/4 of a length here from War Set and 3 wide Neptune's Choice. A length and a half to Tactical Maneuver and Take It to the Limit. Second last Kiriana, last of all is Brumby Jack. So Neptune's Choice out 3 wide, and Champagne Vega the first couple. Back to third War Set, and fourth is Tactical Maneuver. Fifth is Take It to the Limit. Second last is Kiriana, and last of all is Brumby Jack, the best part of probably, I reckon, 8 to 9 lengths off the leader. So Neptune's Choice led by a length and a half from War Set and straight up into second. Back to third, Champagne Vega. Going to fourth, Take It to the Limit ahead of Tactical Maneuver. Brumby Jack and Kiriana was last of all. So Neptune's Choice has got the lead from War Set. Third, Champagne Vega. Fourth is Take It to the Limit. Brumby Jack has found himself out 3 wide down the back, and Tactical Maneuver is over on the inside of Kiriana. So Neptune's Choice here for Boris de Blade, led the way from War Set. 2 lengths away, third, Champagne Vega. Fourth is Take It to the Limit. A length and a half to Kiriana, who splits Tactical Maneuver over on the inside, and 3 wide is Brumby Jack. So Neptune's Choice here from War Set. Champagne Vega, Take It to the Limit. Tactical Maneuver, Kiriana, and Brumby Jack is now last of all and exposed out 3 wide there for Billy Shimadira. So Neptune's Choice still in the vanguard, led the way from War Set and Champagne Vega. Take It to the Limit. Billy's going forward on Brumby Jack, improving up into fifth now. Kiriana is second last, and now last of all is Tactical Maneuver. So
4 has an absolute ton of run. don't get stuffed up anywhere in here.
Champagne Vega Kiriana and
Oh, he's going to get a shove out. This is nice.
The ball heads are turned for home. Warsets hit the lead early in the stray from Neptune's Choice. Nearer the inside, Champagne Vega. And down the outside, Take It to the limit. Neptune's Choice is coming back at Warset. Next one, Take It to the limit. Champagne Vega's over on the inside.
Oh, my God, really?
Warset, Neptune's Choice, and also Take It to the limit. Out wide, Take It to the limit, has run to the lead and punched out by a million. Take It to the limit.
Jesus.
Won it by 2 lengths, Neptune's Choice.
Gross.
Photo third, Champagne Vega Warset,
Absolutely
followed by
gross.
Kiriana Technical Maneuver, and Brumby Jack didn't have much luck.
That was gross. Okay, all right.
Awesome.
Baklava. Wow, it's a 2-year-old race with bunch of first-time starters. Okay. Ghetto. Take some flyers in this wide open affair. They don't know who's going to win. They have no idea.
The next 3 all for Leon McDonald and Andrew Lewis. 9 So You Can. Ten Super Striker. $11 Amber Hayes. $12 Ghetto for Jake Stevens. $13 Lemon Tart for John Hickmott. And 14 Zuli for the Maccaboys. Give us your thoughts again, James. Interesting race. 2-year-olds, field of 14. Last one about to come up. Let's join Brett Davis.
Lemon Tart stands ready to go. I think we're just about ready. We are. There's the light. Stand by. Race 5, the gates open. They're off and racing. They all seem to step okay, although Exalted Fire doesn't have a great deal of speed. One that does have speed, though, is Grand Host, and wider at it's charging forward. LA Boom. And also Enlisters burrowed through now to lead from LA Boom. Close up is Aston Rapova, and also in that group is Zuli wider out. They were followed then by Monte Pucciano, and then drifting back is Amber Hayes from Exalted Fire in Roki. And then came Lemon Tart well back. So You Can in the pink, cornering for home. Pinching rails runs. Super Strikers, one of the last. Back with Amber Hayes towards the rear. They're well in the straight now, and at the 300 metres, it's Grand Host hard up against the rail from LA Boom. They're 2 lengths clear from Aston Rapova. Monte Pucciani. Zuli's got to the outside, but the leader, Grand Host, is finding plenty under Gat. Grand Host from LA Boom. Here's So You Can running on strongly. LA Boom goes to Grand Host. So You Can. LA Boom. LA Boom from So You Can and Grand Host. And then Zuli close up. So too was African Awesome.
This 4 is so funny at the harness track. Like, he loves this. He loves this track. And not only does he love this track, he wins at crazy prices at this track from impossible spots. It's like they come up here and they just decide, oh, time to win with this horse. And came from an impossible. He came from dead last in this bottom race. I mean, and they're open. I mean, they're clear wins. Like, there's not like by a nose or anything. It's right there. For some reason, the horse does well at this place. I mean, it's raw. It's definitely wide the hell open. But man, I mean, let's wheel him into Exacta. It's 4 horse, man. Come on. Just do what you do at this track. That's all I'm asking for. You have 2 wins in a second in 4 starts. Just do that.
Mobile Barrier comes into the front straight. They're ready to run. Green lights, they're off and racing. Seeking Thoughts came out in a break, as did Good Time Striker. Straight back onto Creative Lad, who was knocked over early, and Colobos found the lead comfortably. Colobos will lead Wanted Lady, who moved across to the chair. Girls in Charge took the opportunity to drop onto the pegs in 3rd. Around the 4th, went 4th in line, the outside of Crossroader. Then Markley Kaz, who's last of the main group. A break of 15 metres away to Good Time Striker and Creative Lad. And Seeking Thoughts is a further 100 metres off at the tail of the field.
Good grief.
Along the trackside back straight, they run. It's a heavily tried Colobos, leading the way for Aaron Dunn.
That's what you get. That's what kind of night it is.
On the outside is Wanted Lady.
Bet to 4. Boom. Breaks right at the start. Thanks.
Girls in Charge, 4th in the 1-1 is 4th in line. 5th 3 back the inside is Crossroader. Then Markley Kaz, who covers up Good Time Striker from Creative Lad, and last as they complete a full circuit is Seeking Thoughts. So running in to get the bell, and the leader is Colobos. Colobos in front by 4 metres. In second placing is Wanted Lady. Girls in Charge will away to put it out on the high gain sprint lane, following the leader in 3rd. 4th in line in the 1-1, second quarter 31.3. 5th 3 back the inside is Creative Lad, and last as they complete a full circuit is Seeking Thoughts. So running in to get the bell, and the leader is Colobos. Colobos in front by 4 metres. In second placing is Wanted Lady. Girls in Charge will away to put it out on the high gain sprint lane, following the leader in 3rd. 4th in line in the 1-1, second quarter 31.3. 3 back the inside, Crossroader, then Barclay Kaz. Good Time Striker backed into favourite late, 4 back the Pegs, and second last of the main group ahead of Creative Lad. Nearing the 600 metres, Colossus has had a good run in front. Leads by a neck on Wanted Lady in second, Girls in Charge third, fourth in line, about to peel out 3 deep to come with its run. Then Barclay Kaz and Crossroader, well back Creative Lad, and last with 400 metres to go is Good Time Striker. 29.9 for the third quarter. It's Colossus leading the way. Wanted Lady being urged along by Bellman. Fourth in line's deep but not making much ground. Girls in Charge tucked in behind. Barclay Kaz running to a dead end. 150 left to go. Colossus first for home. Down on the inside is Girls in Charge. Sticking on between them there is Wanted Lady. On the inside, Girls in Charge surged to the lead from Colossus late, and Girls in Charge won it. Girls in Charge beat
Okay. All right. Oh man, I'll tell you, this eight's a big price here at Australia. 8 is a big price. I mean, 7 looks really good. 7 did so much wrong in that last race. So much wrong. And still crushed them.
An exciting filly, and she gets the chance to prove that again today. Short price, she was always going to be a short price given what she did on debut and everything else about her. Lovely filly, and still you have to get past today, and that was a maiden the other day. This is a little bit of a different grade against a few more seasoned mares. Let's go to Darren for race 5.
Forward, raging favourite, returning today. And we're just about ready to run now. Just the one more to go forward. Here's Lalude, has been well supported for the Vale Carroll Williamson handicap. Look, armbands being worn by all riders, and we're locked and loaded now. Red light on. Archana, the raging favourite. Waiting for the all clear. $1.70 about the filly. Ready now. And they're off and racing. Channa's jumped out about midfield, but there's a real clump out of the gates, and Gisette wants the lead today. Maggie Miss being sent forward on the outside, but Gisette has at early stages. Got Your Sixes showing muster now, followed by Earth Song and Riva Capri a lot closer today, up running fifth. Two after Romantic Whisper on the inside of the hot favourite Archana. Back in the field is Rockarosa from Redalotta, and Lalude would be the last one, 10 off the lead. Maggie Miss is high flying in the lead, extends to out by 2.5 lengths on Gisette. A length and a half to Got Your Six. Then came Earth Song probing through on the rails. Riva Capri on the running line. Two further back to Romantic Whisper. Then came Archana, who's about 6 or 7 off the lead. One off the fence. Further back to Rockarosa, Renalotta. And 2 lengths away to Lalude. They've got 600 metres to run, and Maggie Miss shows the way. A good gallop as well. Leads from Gisette. Got Your Six gets going now.
Jesus, the 7 is just really ranching up.
Stoked up. Earth Song's taking a rails run. And now Archana's pulling to the outside, and McDonald said, go on the filly. At
Come
the
on,
250,
one.
Maggie Miss in front of Earth Song. Then came Gisetta. Archana's 3 off. She's got some work to do, the favourite. It's Maggie Miss and Earth Song. Then came Gisette. Archana and Riva Caprice hitting the line hard. Maggie Miss and Earth Song. Earth Song the inside of Maggie Miss. Riva Caprice charging late. Earth Song just in front. Earth Song held out. Riva
Come on, man.
And then came Archana. Lalude late on the inside. Further back to Rockarosa, Renalot, Gisette, Romantic Whisper, and Got Your Six was one of the last to finish.
Son of a bitch,
Okay,
man.
we'll get a report on Got Your Six. She's certainly a better mare than that, but she's been well beaten today. But the winner is number 4, Earth Song, the daughter of Nakoni. Hits the line to score here. Beats number 1, Riva Capri. Riva Capri and Arcana.
God. Fucking 4. Why? Why you do us dirty? 4. Damn it. All right.
Filly out of the stalls. They've succeeded in doing that there, but highly unlikely that she'll be contesting race number 2. Okay, unfortunate circumstances there. Kira heads over immediately and starts to undo the surcingle and girth. Saddle to be removed off Femme Puissant. The other runners to be called back into the gates. Bell Machine, as well as the riderless Fair Force and Bon Rocker. And the saddle having been removed. So 5 Femme Puissant, a late one. Late scratching here out of race number 2. So there's Renee Forrest back aboard Fair Force. Bon Rocker to join the line. City Invasion, Doo-Wah Diddy stand well, drawn over near the inside with Hinch and Mose. Now Paul Harvey puts his toes back into the stirrups again aboard Bon Rocker, which comes along. The red light activated. Late scratching of 5 Femme Puissant. The gates spring, they're off and racing. Hinch and Mose probably was the best of them away, although gathering speed is Doo-Wah Diddy with City Invasion between that pair. Black Lightning is going to ease back in behind those heels, and Bon Rocker is out wider, but it'll quickly zip forward there. There's not a lot of speed on here through the early stages of proceedings. And down on the inside is Fair Force, who's next to last. Well, as they work off the back with 950 to travel, and Bon Rocker sped around the outside for Harvey to take over and led by 2 lengths on City Invasion. On the inside of it is Doo-Wah Diddy. A length and a half away behind those to Fair Force, who's being covered by Hinch and Mose, with the favourite Black Lightning back last of all, and 5 from the pace as they come past the 475. Bon Rocker will bring them for home. Bon Rocker at the top of the straight by more than a length. Running second over on the outside, City Invasion, the debutant. Doo-Wah Diddy
Come on, 3.
waiting to get clear. Now the favourite starts to gather momentum down the outside. Black Lightning being wound up by...
Come on, 3. All you have to do is run with the favorite. Come on, come out.
Black Lightning is coming, but City Invasion's responding. Now on the outside, Black Lightning. Black Lightning puts paid to City Invasion. Black Lightning went home to beat City Invasion. And Doo-Wah Diddy, which looked as though it might have got cramped for the 200 mark. When it did get clear, it really jumped out of the ground with Bon Rocker, Fair Force behind those. The last to greet the judge is Hinch and Mose.
Wonderful. God, we can't fucking come up with anything. We aren't seeing shit. You're fucking... God. Terrible. We're fucking Ray Charles out here.
So at the start, about to be called forward bar for one of these horses that's a little bit reluctant to come down the straight, Crafty Devil.
Oh.
And the clerk of the course has now got Crafty with also Jade and Lloyd aboard, and they'll bring this 7-year-old mare down towards the starting point. The others are at the gates.
Oh, man, okay.
Yamato and Tone, race 6, the high gain winner's choice benchmark 70. And as you can see on screen, Crafty Devil, she's just been a little bit reluctant. She's looking for a bit of attention. She's at the top of the straight at the moment. She's a fair way from the barrier stalls at the moment, but she's well and truly heading down to the start now. Interesting race. As you touched on, Eckhart is fitter, and there's a couple of these horses that have been jumbled around in selections due to the heavy conditions, and we are on a dead set heavy, being a heavy 9 over 2,000 metres. Eckhart third up fitter with Billy Egan for Patrick Payne. It's a good combination, but more support coming for Artie Lucas now. $4 into 280 with bookie, so the late money with the 3. Artie Lucas last start placing here on a heavy 8 at 2,000 metres behind Shepherd. Yes, JT, Crafty Devil just a little bit reluctant, but she's down there now, and they'll be called up shortly at the Ballarat Cup start for this 6th event. So good money for Artie Lucas, placed behind Shepherd. Over 2,000 metres here on a heavy 8 last time. Shepherd goes round at Flemington on Saturday on the way up at 2,500 metres. Moving in, getting set. Going into the stalls is Animator. Crafty Devil goes in. Meteor Light currently riderless. Alano joins them now with Mark Zara aboard. Quality Approach comes up. Jared Fry. Speaking of Saturday, the VRC are conducting an excellent program of racing there with 9 races, plenty of heats aligned with the Winter Championship finals day, of course. That's in early July. I think there's about 5 heats of those respective races there on Saturday, and capacity fields, and gee, they're open. Really good racing coming up Saturday. We race here on Sunday back on the synthetic. A really busy week for this club, the Ballarat Turf Club. And of course, we've got the Metro double header this weekend as well, with Sandown on Sunday with the Australian Hurdle and the Australian Steeplechase. Now Jenkins, Craig Williams aboard for Matt Kamani, who's had a good day already with a double, goes in. And also Darwin and Artie Lucas, the final 2. Artie Lucas, clear favourite, 310 and 180 on the tote, into 280 with bookies. $5 Jenkins, 650 Eckhart, 760 Meteor Light on the tote. So Darwin, who's down the track. The import goes in. Down the track last start, and Artie Lucas, the final one forward for the running of the High Gain Winners Choice Benchmark 70 over 2,000 metres. And the red lights flash away, signal from behind, and they're racing. Meteor Light jumped away really well. Straight to the front from Alano, and also out deeper on the track, pushing up as BT Junior. Are there any rabble rousers from the outside coming over? Steinbrenner's going to push up. Artie Lucas is about 6th at the moment, as Meteor Light certainly has company heading towards that first corner. So it's Meteor Light, BT Junior, Steinbrenner, and Jenkins makes a line of 4. So there's enough speed on. Artie Lucas behind those. And then came Animator on the inside as they head to the back. Further back, Alano, a length and a half away, Calypso Bay. Then Darwin, Eckhart, Quality Approach. And at the back is Crafty Devil. Down the back terrain, this long back straight at Ballarat, approaching the 1,300. Jenkins a clear leader now, and looks to slow it up a length and a half. Steinbrenner, Meteor Light tucks in box seats at the 1,200. A length away, 4th then BT Junior. Out deeper, Artie Lucas making stealthy progress. Further back is Animator on the fence from Alano as they shuffle up. Then came Darwin, Eckhart, well back Calypso Bay. In that group of horses at the end, Quality Approach, 3 wide with cover. Crafty Devil is last. Jenkins the pilot to the side. 950 out by 3/4 of a length, and has really thrown the anchor out from Steinbrenner. And Artie Lucas third, 3 deep. A length and a half, Meteor Light, BT Junior, Darwin in a line. A length and a half, Alano, followed by Quality Approach. Next along the inside, Animator, well back Crafty Devil, Calypso Bay, and Eckhart in an awkward place. Last on the fence, approaching the turn.
Come on, 10. 10-13.
Just in front of Artie Lucas, who now throws down the gauntlet. Steinbrenner between them. 3 across the track, approaching the turn at the 450. And now Artie Lucas lets down for Mickey D, who goes for home at the top of the straight. Artie Lucas puts up 2 lengths. Jenkins, Steinbrenner.
Wow.
Followed further back by BT Junior, Meteor Light, Animator. And then came well back Alano and Eckhart. Artie Lucas goes for the doctor. 200 metres to go.
Oh my goodness, man.
BT Junior, Steinbrenner,
What are
Jenkins,
we even
Meteor
doing?
Light. This is over. And it's 2
What
good
are
for
we
them.
even doing?
Artie Lucas, he's down, is going to bolt it.
Fucking
Has
not even
trotted,
close.
won it by 5. BT
It's
Junior,
not even
Steinbrenner,
close.
Meteor Light. Then Jenkins, Animator, Alano, and Calypso Bay. Meteor Light, Eckhart, and last was Darwin. Artie Lucas has won like a favourite should, has worked, and Mickey D sees the initiative, knew a few of the chances were well behind him, and on the top of the home straight has gone for home.
Hey, CPI. Yeah, I mean, I like the 12 also with Craigie Williams up there, but man, 3 just beat the brakes off him.
Has romped in. Win 6 at start 22. Good run here the other day, and importantly, Frank's that Shepherd form. Of course, Shepherd goes round in the first race over 2,500 at Flemington on
That
Saturday.
was just brutal.
So it's Artie Lucas, the gelding by Lucas Cranach, out of Galleria Borghese, Michael D. Paul Prushka.
All right, well, let's see. We still got a little bit of funds left.
Didn't panic at the
See if we can
the back section.
Man, we got to pick up the pieces here. This has been ugly. All right, we got 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes to come up with something at Sunshine Coast.
Then I've got
man, oh man.
And then number 13, Ulayla, 111.7 and 13.
It's hard to get away from that exacta. I have the same 111. I'm throwing in Gabby and putting in Zagatova. I can't really make cases for them. I mean, the form is for the bottom, like, third and fourth pick, but it's not really anywhere else to go. I mean, they're such big prices, aren't they?
They are. You were mentioning Taylor Marshall riding this Angel Mio, one of the long shots here, and how he's got a perfect physique for a jockey.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah. His dad was a great jockey.
Amazing.
Taylor's going really well at the moment, and with the Stradbroke coming up, if anybody wants somebody to ride light and can have a baked dinner the night before.
Yeah, that's right. He won't be food stressed.
Yep. There's a number of trainers that really believe in him, and he's riding plenty of winners when given the right opportunity in recent times.
That's right. He really is proof that you need to have the legs underneath you to.
You need to get on the right horses. Desley Forster must be riding a bit of work there, is he?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Yeah, she's got, a good opinion of Taylor, and as we all do. All right, let's get to Munsey now for a market update here with Amici Muns.
Bernadette, the favourite here, out to. All the way out to 128. That's not a bad twist from 120 to 128 after it was $1.09 into $1.08 earlier today. Global Choice second pick there at $5. 125 now the favourite. 128 didn't last long. All the way out now to $14 bar the two picks. Ulayla is at $14. It's in from as much as $34. And then you go to $34 and longer. Zagatova here at 31. Interesting name there, the rider of Zagatova, which is Anna Bakos, a fairly famous name in the riding circles. Peter Bakos, of course, not only a rider, but he started to make all the jockeys' whips back in around about the 80s, or I think you find there. She rides Zagatova here for Mick Lakey. It's a $31 chance and $41 and longer the rest. 125. Amici here over Global Choice. 130 now. 130 the favourite.
Jesus.
Global Choice, if you like your sauce. I don't know. Do you want to be on it when it's $1.08 out to $1.30? This is the favourite for race 5 at the Sunny Coast. Here's Josh Fleming.
All right, well, I'm tossing the 11 here. I like the 113.
Stormtrooper will be the last one. Start of Mr. Russell Hanson has them for race 5. Amici just up in the air a bit there, but back down again. Right to go, racing now, and Amici was away with Sweetly. I'm Chauncey, Gabby going forward, hanging Zagatova. Likewise, Stormtrooper trapped out very wide. Dawning Adventure, Ulayla, Angel Mio, Global Choice, Amaya Sharona is about 3 lengths away last of all. So Gabby outside Amici, that pair by a length and a half from Stormtrooper. Dawning Adventure, Ulayla's over on the outside of Zagatova. Next one's I'm Chauncey, Global Choice trapped out very wide. Mio's over on the inside of Amaya Sharona. Can't get a motor running today. She's 7 lengths away last of all. But Amici's driven through. She's hit the front now from Gabby. Third Stormtrooper. Fourth there is Dawning Adventure. Ulayla is the next one. And over on the inside is Angel Mio. But look at this go. Amici at the 250 has opened right up about 6 lengths in front. Gabby can't go with it. Over on the inside is Angel Mio. Global Choice out wide on Stormtrooper is battling away, but it won't get much easier than this.
Oh my goodness, so lame. We got a bunch of
has won by about 11. Second will go to Angel Mio.
Oh my God.
Followed by Stormtrooper, Gabby Zagatova, I'm Chauncey, and then we had Daunting Adventure.
I'll tell you, that's
all the way.
You get in one of these funky races. The 12 is a 10-year-old maiden. It just runs up for second.
This is his constant companion. He loves it.
Love of his life, he said.
What about this Amici? She sort of got a little bit busy, didn't she, early? Gabby came out humming from an outside gate, but Josh reckons about 11 lengths, and I reckon he's pretty close to it. 60.20, and the sectional time coming out shortly. But
it's too funny.
Why did this get out to $1.30?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Interesting, when we first started at Mounting Yard, she was $1.10, I think.
Oh, God.
I think a little bit of money obviously came for for Global Choice. Obviously, there was just not many are keen to bet at that price, are they?
No, Angel Neo getting second, waiting for third. 12.91 the last 200 metres there. He gave her a little bit of a slap up too, Michael Hellier, just to keep her mind on the job, and he was able to get to the crown of the track. 23.71 the last 400, which is pretty good on this very heavy track. So third placing, not available as yet. Ulayla was there. Anyway, Bernie, that was just a really easy victory. Lovely athletic filly by Nakoni, breaking through at start 3.
Yeah, well, we're going to have a chat with Trish Gessler, who's just started back with David Van Dyke. Well done.
Injury. Thank you. That was an exciting win.
Wasn't it exciting? And not often you see a margin of 11 lengths.
Yeah, I know. Very exciting, especially on that going as well. So,
yeah, that's right. And Mick, all he had to do was sit there, really.
Yeah, pretty plum ride.
You would have liked a ride like that back in your day.
Definitely. Yeah, they didn't come like that for me.
Yeah, she's sweet. She's by Nakoni. She got a little bit busy in the early stages. When I say busy, she was just competitive, wasn't she?
Yeah, she gets herself a little fired up. But David's done a lot of work to keep her nice and calm, and it's obviously paying off. But she's Baccarat Baby's half-sister.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
so which is pretty exciting.
Oh, well, the owners will be very happy with that.
For sure.
Even if nothing else in the breeding barn, but she looks exciting as a racehorse. But we all knew, like, David doesn't run very many horses on heavy tracks first up from a spell, so we knew he must have had her very wound up.
Yeah, and he was very confident, definitely.
Definitely.
Sure, yeah.
All right, thanks, Trish. You're doing a great job.
Thanks, Bernie.
All right, Trish in charge of the David Van Dyke winner here, Amici. Trish Gessler, ex-jockey. Knows a bit about horses, Maxie.
Spent a lot of time with Kelso Wood, and she's no doubt an asset to whoever she works for. Trish, and the little Baccarat baby.
BOK favourite here, Balaclava race 6, $2.30 presently for this galloper from the Grant Young stable. So look, there's only one not in the market here when you look at this field of 5, but BOK $2.30, Papalet $3.50. Domination, the stablemate of BOK into $4.20. Side Street, it's right out the gate, $4.60, and Descalia at $41. James, BOK, he's only been with Grant Young for 5 starts, and he's certainly hit his straps very quickly for the new stable.
Oakfield Twilight gets the blinkers on for the first time, and a little bit of a drop in grey for this fellow today.
Certainly is. Richard ran on the Kenzo track last start, but that was a benchmark 88.
And James, the favourite BOK, backing up from winning at Gawler last Wednesday.
Come on, they're not making the D-track official. Damn it. Damn it. Stupid late scratch.
Money for 2 domination, the stablemate. The Jolly's having a good day. They've already got a double, and you said you're wary of 4 Papalet. Side Street, number 5.
Lame.
And James, just quickly, Descalia. Okay, James has tipped the BOK. He thinks Side Street getting to a backable price. Let's join Brett. This is race 6.
Papalet goes into the race first up and has moved in. There's the light blinking. We're set for a start and we're off and racing. A little slow to get moving was Side Street. He was out the back early with Daz Coolia, and BOK's also in that back trio. Papalet came out running, but is really dialed up, wants to get right on with it, and Domination charges through underneath. And Domination and Papalet, they charge towards the 600 together. 2.5 clear on Side Street outside of Daz Coolia, and BOK sits back at the tail end of the field. Swinging to the bend, 500 to run, and Domination only a neck on Papalet as they corner for home. Side Street's had a beautiful trail. He can come out when he wants to. He's about to peel out 3 deep now. BOK will come at them 4 wide. Daz Coolia's down on the rail. Domination's got a kick this afternoon. And at the 200, he's still a half, 3/4 on Papalet. Side Street's just plodding. BOK's making some inroads now, but Domination's gone further in front from Papalet, and then BOK. Domination, Logan riding hard. She's got the prize. Domination by just on a length to BOK, Papalet, Side Street, and 5 lengths away last of all is Daz Coolia.
Well, he told me he had a good day yesterday, Grant Young fishing. He bagged out with 20 salmon trout. He's got the Quinella here, race 6 at Balaclava. Domination, James touched on the fact this horse races very well here at this track. He's now won 3 from 4 here. BOK, the stablemate from last run, second. Papalet, third. Side Street, fourth. Domination back to his best, James.
Of trials, she comes through the Need for Speed earlier on this year. Indefensible, $7.10. First of the 3-year-olds in the race. Was placed on a couple of occasions this preparation. Little Yankee, James Herbertson with the drive made a mistake when sent out favourite last time. Aldebaran Rambo first up for 978 days. Karen Manning with the drive, making a return to the racetrack this afternoon. So the runner's just milling around there at the starting point. Once the stewards arrive at their positions, will be very close to these square gators being sent on their journey. Tough start to the quaddie for quaddie punters, or finish to the early quaddie, depending on which way you are playing.
Oh man!
$30 taking out the previous.
What are we doing here? What are we doing?
Mr. Boy has the flag raised in the trackside back straight, and the runners maybe take one more turn before they're asked to go to their positions. Account closed. Indefensible, Wisp of Smoke, Little Yankee, and She's a Doodle off the front. Aldebaran Rambo has the 10 to its lonesome. Then Jaden Gill, Pink Galars, Love the Aces, and Champ Divine.
Bet this 5 here at Stawell.
Tapes are back. They're off and racing. And Indefensible was fast to leave. Wisp of Smoke cleanly into stride. Little Yankee deep on the track, just building its momentum. Through on the inside, Account closed, and Aldebaran Rambo's got himself up nice and prominent in the run to the first turn. Out very wide on the track is Love the Aces, 6 and 7 deep, circling up the field as they make their way around the first bend. So the leader here is Indefensible. Could be forgiving to be saying that they're on their final circuit here with these runs coming wide. Little Yankee and out deep on the track, Love the Aces are going to do a bit of work through the early part of the race to get to the lead. Finally, Love the Aces gets to the top ahead of Little Yankee. Indefensible in third. First horse without cover is Wisp of Smoke. Racing on the outside of Account closed. Next in the field was Aldebaran Rambo. Is in the 1-1, but the best part of 30 metres off the lead.
Oh man, come on 5. Going to get the trip.
Then Pink Galars and a mistake from She's a Dude. Sees She's a Dude out the back and detached from the field. 49.7 lead in time. They prepare to complete a circuit, and into the back straight goes Love the Aces. Bellman in search of a treble, leads by 5 metres. In second place is Little Yankee. 4 metres away in third is Wisp of Smoke. Aldebaran Rambo, Karen Manning from midfield, flushed out by Pink Galars to go forward. They make up the 3 wide line at the 1200. Indefensible 3 back the pegs, racing ahead of Champ Divine. 4 back the inside, account closed, and then at the tail of the field is Jaden Gill, opening quarter 33.2, and still Love the Aces leads the way. Love the Aces first up, brings him in at the 1,000 metres for the bell in front. Pink Galaz, the filly, gets up to second. Third on the leaders back, Little Yankee did some work early, but has had a pretty comfortable last lap and a quarter. All the
There goes the bell.
Steal in the 1-1, 3 back the inside, Indefensible. 6th in the running line with a round to go, Wisp of Smoke. Account close is 4 back the Pigs ahead of Champ Divine, Jaden Gill, and after a mistake she's a dude 100 metres away. 30.8 for the second quarter. Back to the trackside, back straight they go, nearing the 600 metres. Love the Aces in front, 3 metres. Pink Galaz in second. Little Yankee third will await the high gain sprint lane. All the Baron Rambo first up for a long time, but he travels okay there in fourth when they put the foot down. Indefensible was left struggling. Next, Wisp of Smoke peeling out deeper. Jaden Gill from account closed, and Champ Divine third quarter 29.9. The leader is Love the Aces. Pink Galaz within a neck. All the Baron Rambo poised on their backs, and on the Pigs is Little Yankee. They've got it between them, a race in four.
All right, 5. Can you cut the corner and then go up the rail?
The Aces with Pink Galaz. Now all the Baron Rambo to the outside, and he galloped. The run appears now for Little Yankee when Pink Galaz took the lead off Love the Aces. Finishing hard, Little Yankee on the high gain sprint lane. They go to the line. Oh, that's close.
God.
Pink Galaz and Little Yankee hit it together ahead of Love the Aces. 15 metres away, all the Baron Rambo got back into his gear to hold off fourth from Whisper Smoke, Indefensible, and then account closed. Later followed in by Jaden Gill and Champ Divine. She's a Dude's run last, 29.8 for the final quarter.
They really gonna do me dirty with that 5. Come on,
Judges
man.
will have a look at the photo here between Little Yankee and Pink Galaz. To 7 point.
Yeah, the 9 got him. God damn it. Fucking
9 is the mile rate.
nose job.
27.1 is the mile rate. And we'll stand
brutal.
by the judge's verdict. Pink Galaz be prominent there with Little Yankee, who went back to the high gain sprint lane. Wasn't a lot between them in the drive to the line, and 9 is the winner. Pink Galaz will get it. 9-5, 11 and 6. 9-5, 11 and 6. After the running of the 5th event on the program.
Killing me. What do we got here? Man.
Pink Galaz, the winner. She's a 3-year-old brown filly by Sky Valley out of Sweeters.
Let's see. Can we get something going at the Kenzo?
Matthew Craven, the winning trainer driver. 9, 5, 11 and 6. 5 runs in second. Little Yankee. Bay Golding, 4 by Yankee Spider out of Admiral's Image for Lindsay Rogers and James Herbertson. And number 11, Love the Aces, has run in third. A 7-year-old mare by Tenor Trump out of Shorendu Lass for Philip Ralph and Michael Bellman. Tote dividends here on the 5th event. And the winner being Pink Galaz for Matthew Craven. And she'll pay around $2 there on the Super Tab, awaiting the totes to come through. Time for the race, 2:53.6, mile rate 27.1, last mile 2:3.9, 59.8 for the half. A half head by 2 metres were the margin. So 9, 5, 11 and 6 runners make their way back, John, and no sign of the tote dividends just as yet.
Alright, 5.
Tycoon from the
The last hope.
I just walked out the
Last
front
hope's
here.
right on you, 5.
When I say with Chris Lees, certainly a safe distance from Chris Lees, and he, we just talked about the last race, and he scrunched his face up. I thought we were home with his filling in the previous, but it wasn't quite to be. Her time will come certainly, but it was Earth Song a bit too good in the previous. There's Tchaikovsky in Rob Ferguson's colours there. He's raced some good horses over the time as Rob Ferguson, so good luck here with Tchaikovsky. He's double figures here. John Dubois brings him up from the Goulburn base. So behind the start for the Heineken 3 handicap here over the 1,300 metres, and runners will be called up. We are on start time. I think everything's okay behind the gates. a man who has a better vantage point than we do is Darren Flendell. So we might head to Darren and get his thoughts and the call for race 6 here on the Kensington.
And they're basically all equal favourites in front of Oakfield Twilight. So very competitive race coming up here. Tchaikovsky second up, now trained by Jean Dubois. Interestingly enough, ran over a mile first up at Canberra and was an odds-on favourite. Failed there, but back in trip.
Come on,
second up,
5.
Tchaikovsky.
This is our getaway bet.
Play here at the moment as Bomber Say and Epic
Last bet of the night.
It's been a dry day for James McDonald so far. There were a few specials going on over the tab about how many winners he would get today. Early's on Bomber Say, fairly well fancied here, and Agassi in the last. So Tchaikovsky's coming up now, and Tchaikovsky will complete the lineup for the Heineken 3. Oh, it's been a bumpy start to the quaddie today with Viren and Song both winning at big odds. Red light is on. Ready now for race 6 and the gates are back. They're off. No speed buyer of the well-fancied Reformist. At Oakfield Twilight with the blinkers on, showing great zip to lead comfortably from Rhythmic Pulse, and Bomber Say goes to third. They're strung out in the early stages. Lancaster Bomber into a clear fourth, and Crafty Tycoon heads the rest up. They're followed then by Reformist on the improve. On the inside of Bar None, Tchaikovsky deeper out, followed by All Seen and Epic down last. The best part of 14 lengths off the lead. So Oakfield Twilight in front for Chris Williams. May have overdone it though early with the blinkers on. It's really scampering along in the lead by 3. 4 lengths on Rhythmic Pulse, 2 off to Bomber Say. Further back to Lancaster Bomber. Reformers getting a bit close to heels there. Crafty Tycoon moves up out wide, followed by Bar None, then Orsian, Tchaikovsky and Epic Dan. Catch me if you can. Oakfield Twilight extends the lead. 8 lengths at the top.
Well, the 5's going to be able to get to the outside rail. Oh, this is good. Come on, 5.
Heads the rest. Oakfield Twilight starting to get very tight. He's 6 lengths in front. Lancaster Bomber is starting to come out of the pack. Oakfield Twilight still in front. Rhythmic Pulse, Lancaster Bomber.
And of course, wow.
Oakfield Twilight sitting down. Bomber Say goes to him late. Oh, he may have held on.
Wow.
Not sure here. Oakfield Twilight getting very, very tired. Charged, lunged, and right there, Rhythmic Pulse as well. Epic Dan late from Reformers, then Bar None. Crafty Tycoon, Lancaster Bomber sort of loomed and then went a bit one pace late, and Tchaikovsky. Let's have a look at what's happened here.
All right, guys. Hey, I'm gonna close this out. I appreciate you guys checking out the stream tonight. We had a good one. We were betting the horses for just a little over 3 hours. We were playing poker for about 3 hours as well. So that's 6 hours of streaming. That's a lot of damn streaming. But yeah, the horses like smoked me. I gotta update my god awful betting results here. Getting crushed. Oops. 220. Oh, that's beautiful. At least we have to roll off the 285. So it's an improvement. It's a lot of negatives. That's okay though. Yeah, the Australia's been just having our lunch lately. Usually we're not that terrible at Australia, but just you can't seem to come up with the goods when I need to. But if you joined in, thanks for viewing. The schedule is to be off tomorrow night, but I may fire up the stream anyway, depending on what's going on. But thanks for watching. I'm tired, and I am going to go to sleep. You all have a good night.